Hey y'all, what's going on? We live. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? We good? Are we good? Yeah, no, maybe so. Can y'all hear me? I don't know. Nope. Hold on. Hey, if y'all can you hear me? No. I don't know why y'all can't hear me. You sure? Okay, y'all can't hear me. I'm confused. I don't want to be up here talking and nobody can hear me. Okay, y'all can hear. Okay, we good. Hi, you guys. Come and read. Wait, what's this? Episode 7, y'all. I was tripping. Let me tell y'all. So I had to make the video late at night, like right after it went off because I had to go to work early. And I was sitting there like, this episode, it was okay. And I was like, I need to do something and make it funny, make it different. Cause everyone, I feel like everyone's review, we're all sounding the same. And I wanted to try and give you guys something a little different, you know? So I was like, let's just make it a little funny, you know? I don't know. I don't know y'all know I don't know how to work this stuff. We can't hear you, your speaker. Make it louder. Hold on. Can you hear me now? Is it louder now? Louder now? We good? Y'all know I'm already loud, so I don't know how much louder y'all needed to be. Okay, you guys, Common Read 7, episode 11. Y'all, listen, y'all, y'all funny, okay? Y'all real funny in these comments. Y'all love debating. I got it. I got the idea that I think y'all just love debating in the comment section because everybody, I mean, some people agree, some people don't agree. Team Christina in the building. Christy, you team Christina? Hmm. Hmm. All right, you guys, let me put this link in. Y'all know how it go. Y'all call in, join in, all that good stuff. And I'm going to start the actual comments. All right, I put the link in. Let me go to the comments as soon as I find them. Welcome all the newcomers. If you're new, if this is your first common read, in the link you can join in. You can show your face or not show your face. It's pretty much up to you. And let's get into these comments. All right, y'all. 201 comments. Y'all love making me read, right? Okay, so Chaos said they cast homeless people on this show. Do they cast homeless people on this show? Let me tell y'all. Rumor has it that she not really homeless because she is a flight attendant. So therefore, she kind of like goes back and forth through houses or whatever. I don't really know the whole story or backstory behind Christina, but I'm trying to figure out why we didn't see her apartment. What's up with that? Like, who does she live with? She said she basically live out her car. So to me, it sounds like she homeless. That's what it sounds like. Just saying. So this Olivia said, Amani's too basic looking to rock that ball look. Sorry, not sorry. My thing is, listen, we don't want her out here looking like Tiffany Haddish, okay? It worked for some and it doesn't work for others, okay? So you need to evaluate what type of head you got before you just go chop it all off, okay? Maybe a nice little pixie cut, a little Okay, I'm back. I don't know what happened, y'all. Not tonight. Not tonight. Y'all can see me. I'm back. Please tell me I'm back. Christina's a flight attendant, so that's probably why she doesn't have a steady residence. But she should still be nicer to Henry about his place. Right. That's what I was trying to get at. Like, how you gonna sit there and be all down this man back about his place or whatever? And we can't even go to your place and yet alone you in a car. He can, and then they gonna pack up her stuff in his car. Why not just drive her car? Let her drive her car to the place. I'm confused, y'all. I was like, why she just don't drive? Why they talk about so? Oh, let's pack your stuff up into my car. I was like, what kind of foolishness is going on? Hey, Kimberly, I just don't understand the foolishness. And then she want to get into something. This doesn't feel good. This isn't right. I don't know if I want this furniture like that, girl. You ain't even got no furniture. I don't know. I don't know. Let me not even do it. Let me not even do it. Okay. So Cliff said, oh wait, let me see. Let me see what the replies is on this. I don't know what's going on, y'all. Let me turn off this. It's acting up tonight. All right, so Angela said, don't do my girl like that, even if I agree, LL. I doubt she would do it and hope she doesn't, but they were both being extra with the what if scenarios. And Giselle said Amani is beautiful. Amani is beautiful, but everybody don't need a short haircut. Well, I'm not gonna say short. Everybody don't need a bald haircut. Seriously. Lorenzo, already? You trying to join in already? Yeah. Uh-huh. Let me see. Henry is gossiping. All right, I'm gonna add you in, Lorenzo. Already, Lorenzo starting, y'all. If we can't get through these comments, it's his fault. Now watch he send a message out some can't talk right now or not ready right now. See what I tell y'all? This is why I'm not playing games with him tonight. Anyway, no, Amani is beautiful, but I just can't deal with. I don't know if she should cut her hair. Do y'all agree or disagree with that? Because I feel like maybe AJ React is definitely my husband and he acting a fool. Okay, he's trolling me right now. That's what he doing. Okay, so Cliff said Woody was 100% right about the hair. If Amani comes in a house with a bald and Woody is not as touchy feely and flirty with her, Amani's feelings will be hurt. Woody out here shooting up the club trying to make a honeymoon baby. He wilding. Now this is right. Al, can you please stop? Don't block him. Why would you? Why? Oh Lord. Um, for women should be discussed when a husband's first. That's just my opinion, LOL, not my discuss. Listen, don't block anybody, y'all. Y'all put him in timeout, but don't block. That's my husband. Oh Lord. And he well, right, chill. They trying to enjoy the live. Um, Right. Woody out here. Okay, so this is my thing. You're absolutely right, Cliff. If someone is change their appearance, this man. If someone changed their appearance, that's what I'm gonna need you. Altis. If someone changed their appearance that drastic, then yes, it becomes a problem. It definitely is going to be a problem because he has to be attracted to you. Yes, he should discuss it with her, but I don't think like she should discuss it to her. But he doesn't. She definitely doesn't need his approval. And Woody was shooting up that club. Now that was irresponsible of them, only because like they just met each other. They don't know if they're going to want to last in this relationship. They don't know how it's going to affect their relationship and things like that. So I honestly don't think that that's a good idea. So next one. CDL, Chloe, you are starting to see the light when it comes to Brad. like you did Brandon. Okay, so in this episode, I definitely was appreciating the way that Brett was being very, very, authentic and real. As Amani, they were married. I mean, yes, they married, but we don't know. We don't know, no. Like, they still got 8 weeks to figure it out. I mean, acting different, or what if she starts acting different in this time? Then what they gonna do? Like, she gonna be pregnant, and then what? They don't want to stay married, and then what? Like, I think they should definitely have that conversation about kids first before they even decide to, go in there and do that. Y'all, I'm about to go in there. Let me put him in timeout. Okay, my thoughts is if a man wants his girl's hair a certain way, why he's going to have to pay. If not, he can keep his 2 cents. Exactly. If he want his hair a certain, if she want his hair, she got to pay for it. But y'all cutting your hair off completely is a drastic change as opposed to, a short little cut or something like that. Completely no hair, I don't know. I don't know how I would feel about, first of all, I'm not cutting all my hair, but like if I was a man, I don't know how I would feel about my woman cutting her hair off completely. Not saying that you have to, agree with it, but you might feel some type of way about it. But it's here. There's wigs, there's weave, there's all types of stuff. You can always, do anything you want. They gave you high school vibes? Huh. His analogy. What you mean with the girl with Oh, you mean him just bringing that up in general? Like he should have just picked a whole different type of question or scenario, basically, right? Like, why would you come up with cutting your hair? Maybe he dealt with that and just didn't want to say it. So, Kimberly Robinson said, "Hello, sunshine. This episode was hard to watch. Thank you for the awesome review. No problem. Listen, that's why I felt like when I made this review, I was like, let's just have some fun because a lot of us reviewers, we watching the same thing. So I want to give y'all just a little bit of fun because sometimes these episodes can be real deep, real serious, and sometimes we just want to laugh. Listen, I have really long and thick hair. It would take me 4 hours on wash day. My husband suggested that I cut it and I'll never look back. If he suggests you cut it, you'll never look back. How Amani feel about the struggle button? What he has? They would be gold diggers. The struggle button? Really? Happy move. They do not. Listen. They
Hello?
would be gold diggers. Hi.
Hey, what's
The
up?
struggle button? Really? Nothing much, girl. You got to turn off the playback. Whatever you're watching it on,
Yeah,
turn
I
it off.
paused it. It
Okay,
was
good.
you.
So what
I
you got
wanted to talk about Woody and the hair. I feel like Amani was being kind of delusional because she has the braid extension, she wears the weave. She knows unconsciously that men love longer hair. That's why we wear weaves, wigs as Black women. If they didn't like it, we would all rock short hair. So I don't know why she was acting delusional, being like, "Oh, why you want me to cut my hair?" Like when you're wearing like extensions right now.
It's true. We don't even know how long her real hair is. What if she really don't have that much hair, and that's probably why she's like, "What you mean you wouldn't be attracted to me?"
That's true, but I think she does have short, beautiful hair. I saw her natural hair, and I think in the first episode, the first 2 episodes, she has nice, beautiful hair. I just think she was being kind of unconscious of beauty standards and that she already plays into, like with her hair already. But that's all I wanted to say.
That's it. Okay, well, you can join back in if we come up with something else you want to discuss, okay?
All right, thank you.
All righty. Right. So she made a good point. Like we feed into these beauty standards. So like why are we acting like he wouldn't feel some type of way? Obviously, that's why I think they should have that discussion. Only because it's a drastic change, not because she needs his permission. Absolutely not. But just because it's a drastic change. But if you want to wear a wig and you want to, keep it short, you want to add a long, you want to put a ponytail on, you want to do whatever you want to do, that's completely your decision. But then, like Cliff said, don't be mad if he's not attracted to it or not touchy feely, and you are feeling some type of way about that. But but Charlie Brown definitely made a great point. Like, don't don't say, oh, I expect you to like me for who I am if you're not really showing me all of you. Alrighty, let's go. So Cliff said, ladies, what is a butt mask? I never heard of this. I never heard of this either. This is my first time hearing of a butt mask, y'all. If anybody ever use a butt mask, I need you to join in because for real, I ain't never in my life heard of a butt mask being used. Definitely not to make your butt hard, softer and firmer at the same time. Now listen. Now, if it's gonna make it bigger, somebody show me where I can find one. If it's gonna make it bigger, then drop the link down so I can buy it. That's all I'm saying. Let me see. Freddie said, LOL, it's exactly what it sounds like. Think of ones that lady put on their face. But I've never actually heard of one. That's why it's surprising to me. It's to make the face clean. Right, Deborah. The thing is that it was never about the actual hair. It was about it. Woody saying that he wants to be involved in decision making. Right. So it was never really about the hair. He just used that analogy for it, And he probably could have used a better one. But when it comes to women and their hair, we're sensitive about our hair. Well, I know I am. If my hair is not like right, especially if I just do it and I don't like it, I'm having a complete meltdown. But that's just me. What? What's that? What? A butt mask take the dimple out of your butt. Oh, since when? Yeah. I've never heard of that. Yeah. My brother-in-law said that a butt mask take the dimples out your butt. I've never heard of it. I have no clue, y'all. All right. So Lorenzo says CDL communication from this day forward. Former Pastor Cal will be no longer referred to as pastor. He will be known as fake Pastor Cal, aka LC. No, Pastor Cal is Pastor Cal. You can't just stripe that man of his whole pastor title. What's wrong with you? I don't know who. No, nobody's following that rule, Lorenzo. No one is following that rule. Oh, you saying no? He cares about the hair and appearance. He meant that. That's why he started backpedaling. Okay, he tried to recover real quick. He tried to recover it real quick. I mean, because what he said when this is my thing. He was talking about his ex-girlfriend actually having an abortion after they talked about having a child. That's something completely different as far as communication is concerned, as opposed to just I see you got too many profiles, so we can't stop you. All right, Lorenzo, let's try again.
Mic check 1 2.
What, Lorenzo? But yes, Lorenzo.
1 2. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What you got to say?
Okay. My comment about Pastor Cal. Why are you ignoring my communication?
No one is calling and taking the pastor off of Pastor Cal. I don't know why you think that would even be a thing.
It is a CDO communication. You cannot ignore it.
They put you in timeout. You said what now?
I said it was a CDO communication. It cannot be ignored.
It can't be ignored. It's
That's
ignored.
The whole
We
purpose
ignored
of a CDO communication.
It's ignored.
No,
Lorenzo.
Show me your proof that he's a pastor. What church does he preach?
Oh my God.
What's his ministry?
Don't know, but you can't just strike the man of his whole title.
He has no track record of a pastor.
He has no track record.
This is why he's AKA fake pastor El Satan.
Well, we definitely not calling him that.
From this day forth.
We definitely not calling him that.
I will.
No. Definitely not calling him that.
But you know what? I'll get back to you when you get to my next comment.
All right. All right, y'all. So let's keep going. Right, he's a mess. Ain't nobody listening to him talk about something we not calling her Pastor Cal no more. Let me see. Where am I at, y'all? So Yvonne said, yup, entitled. I can't stand Karen. Yes, she definitely felt like when she was like, oh, you could go get my stuff, like it felt like it just rubbed me so wrong. Like I didn't like the fact that she was really like, oh, you could go get my stuff. Like you won't even give this man a hug, you won't give this man a kiss, you won't even do anything with this man, but he's supposed to just go get your stuff. Like, no, you want to be treated like a wife and all this other stuff, but you don't want to do any of the wifely duties. Y'all, I'm about to go in there and knock him out. Okay. I didn't know that was you. It doesn't say your name. All right, let's go, y'all. So Lorenzo's 1 out of 5 for Amani and Woody. He says, for episode 7 are running pretty dangerously with the cameras, unprotected intimacy. Amani is pretty selfish with that hair argument. I will kick you out my house if you cut your hair. And as my wife, I will kick you out my house if you cut my hair as my wife. Now that's a fact. Apart from that smooth selling. First of all, this is why you don't have a wife. What are you talking about? You will kick her out of your house. What are you talking about? Wait, what are you talking about? How do you just get to kicking somebody out your house? I need you to make it make sense. Ain't nobody kicking nobody out nobody's house because of that. I'm going to add you in, Lorenzo, and if you play with me, I promise you I'm not letting you back in. I'm going to go grab my charger. Say what you got to say.
Mic check 1 2. Chloe Johnson. Oh, I'm here. Okay, I have control of the show now. Good evening to all. Who's saying I'm Donald Trump? Yes, Cliff. We have a new CDL member. She seems like a purist. Yes, I am running the show today, right now. Okay, let me get on to my first comment. Yes, if you are my wife and you tell me that you want to cut your hair, you want to alter your appearance, hell to the no, no, no. I will not be having that. You will be seeing the first sign of the streets. You will be coming back how you came into the marriage.
This is why you don't have a wife.
Hello, Mrs. Johnson.
Yes, this is why you don't have a wife.
No, I don't have a wife because I choose to not have a wife.
Well, not if you talking about kicking her out.
I choose to not have a wife. Yeah, who told you to change your appearance? I didn't stop making money, so you must keep your beauty standard.
Oh,
so
now this is about you making money and her keeping her beauty standard. So now you just switch that all up. This isn't about that. This is definitely not about her just cutting her hair. This is about you wanting control.
Wait, why am I marrying her for? Wait, am I marrying her for her bald head? No. Am I marrying her for
the
slickness of her bald hair?
No. What if she looks absolutely beautiful with no hair?
No, she won't.
How do you know that?
I do not.
I would assume that you will marry
a bald head,
beautiful, attractive woman to you, correct? So with her, without having, go ahead.
A bald head is for Lorenzo and Lorenzo's friends who are male.
Oh my God.
Nothing else. A bald head could probably suit Mr. Johnson, but not Lorenzo's wife.
If I asked you the other day if I cut my hair, would you say?
We will protest.
That is my business.
No, not to Lorenzo Jacobs. I will protest you. cutting your hair. But like I was saying earlier, women must keep their beauty standards. Like to me, I look at it, it's a bit like a, if you look at it like, it's a bit sort of like an analogy I'm going to use. If a woman is not able to keep her beauty standards, why is she in a marriage? Why are you there?
But
Why
what
are you in my
exactly is these
space?
beauty standards that you speak of? Because
To
Frank
me,
said,
is
what if she has a health issue?
no, that is not a health issue. That is because she wants to be independent. What's the need of you
Her hair,
having
her hair,
having having that single lady mentality in a marriage? Like you're not part of the marriage. Like if you're not part of the marriage, then you might as well be dressed in white like all the other appliances in the house. Then I don't have a wife. Then I just have another appliance. So I might as well dress you up in white. That's just how I look at it.
Well,
But
note to everyone out there: if Lorenzo get a wife and she cut her hair, he kicking her out because that's what a
she
great
is
husband.
out
Great husband.
until that hair grows back and she submits. Then she'll be
Now we
back.
got hair growing back and submit. All right, Lorenzo, we got these comments to read. Why are you stressing me out
I'll
this
be back for
early in
my
the
second
live?
comment.
I'll be back. You'll be back for your second comment. Bye, Lorenzo.
No.
Y'all, I can't with Lorenzo tonight, y'all. I just can't. I don't know what's going on, but I can't with him tonight. Anyway, so Marie said, "Love this review. You are so entertaining. Bennett and Amelia are the best on the show so far. Along with Woody and Amani. I agree, Marie. I definitely agree. I love Woody and Amani. I love Bennett and Amelia. I think they are good couples for each other. But well, thank you for liking the review. I appreciate it. But yeah, I agree with you. They are like the top running couples right now. Okay, and I think they have always been the top running couples, and nothing has changed so far with that. All right. So Sabrina said, "Thank goodness Pastor Cal came over. I think each couple needs that session with him." Exactly. I'm glad that they did this in the beginning instead of waiting until everybody started, going crazy and acting up and trying to help each other, and their own marriages is falling apart. I'm glad they stepped in, get to the some of these problems that they want to count up early so they can learn how to work through it. I felt the same way. She also said Karen low key likes Miles, but her past hurt is stopping her from letting go. I think she will fall for Miles by the end. Olivia comes off as such a snob. She didn't tell She didn't tell him to go into his retirement funds. But how is he supposed to keep up with her lavish lifestyle if he doesn't? It was good to see Woody and Amani talk through their issues without Pastor Cal's help. That's a good sign. Hopefully they can keep it up. Christina doesn't even have a house, and she has the nerve to be critical of Henry's small apartment. Girl, go sit in your car. So annoying. Henry totally friend zoned her and is not into her. Exactly. I agree with all of that. I just think I don't understand why she was being so critical on his apartment, and she lives in a car. Like, girl, go sit down, basically, in your car, just like she said. But yeah, Brad saying that he would have to go into his retirement, was saying, I'm not about to be taking out money out of my retirement to keep up with your lifestyle. I invested my money in, what I thought was going to be a good investment in the future. I bought my house. I'm maintaining my lifestyle. I don't think it's a good idea to just go out and waste money. So I can agree with that. Like I said in the review, they can make it happen. I mean, I don't think he makes $5 an hour to the point where he can't, buy the food when they go out or hang out. I think she's just making a big deal of it. But I don't also think that she's ready to be married, because when you get married, even though you will have your own and they will have their own, at the same time, it's yours. It's definitely yours. So I don't understand that. Everybody, people like the video. We are losing Chloe. It's breaking up. It's breaking up. Are we better? Pass the baby oil. What? Pass the, what? Where they argue is so passive aggressive in the sense I didn't like it at all. They definitely have a way about them. It's like he's so nonchalant with what she was saying, and then she starts breaking down, crying like that was going to make the conversation different. I don't know. I don't know why they matched them two together, because that is going to be a big problem. Finances like that, especially when she makes so much and he makes so little. He said she makes 3 times more than him. That's a big difference. A big difference. And she already got this attitude that she's better than him. So she's definitely not going to let him feel like a man in a household. I can tell you that much. Right. They should do both. Like, you can enjoy this. But this one I'm understand. Why can't they just, have a nice dinner with some good wine? Why do they have to go travel all the time? She makes it seem like she just wants a playmate. She need to go get a best friend. Don't she got friends to do that stuff with? Because obviously I don't think she's ready for a marriage. Is this better, y'all? Let me see if something open. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can make it better. Chloe Johnson video is slow. And are you lagging? I don't know what's going on. Is it better now? Better? Better? A little bit? A lot? Tiny? We getting somewhere? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? Am I moving? Oh my goodness. What is going on tonight? I don't even have nothing open. I don't think I have any other tabs open, so I don't understand. Better? Okay. All right. So then Marquis said, I told you Karen is not over that ex having that side baby. No, she definitely did not heal from that, because why? I don't understand why she came on Married at First Sight if she was not healed. Because obviously she is traumatized, okay, badly. So I don't understand why, if she's not healed, why would she go on Married at First Sight? That's where you need to take some time to figure out like what you need to do better in your life, how you want to be a better person, what signs you need to look out for. And going on Married at First Sight is not going to be it for her. It's definitely not going to be it for her. She needs counseling, yes. So yeah, that said, I love this review. Dr. Cow chose right times to sit with each couple. Thanks, Javette. And yes, he definitely did choose the right time to sit down with each couple. If they would have did this in the beginning of last season, we would have been a lot better off. I'm just saying. So Miss Dora's daughter said, Olivia is being ridiculous. Why so snobby? Your review on Brett and Olivia was 100% correct. Thank you, girl. But yes, why Olivia? Y'all, I don't know how I'm starting to feel about her. And y'all was the one saying, oh, hook her up with Henry. She wouldn't be patient enough for Henry. I doubt if she would have been patient enough for Henry. Not even a little bit. So, M.A. Jules said, I'm going to throw this out there. Henry is gay. Okay. I actually feel bad for Christina. I can tell she likes Henry, but my gaydar silence is on full blast whenever Henry comes on the screen. Olivia is the true snob. Brad is a jackass. Willie is still childish. Mal is a softie. He's going to let Karen walk all over him. Absolutely. Karen seems nicer in this episode. Good thing, because last week I thought she was a selfish and sensitive jerk. Amani is an argumentative person. She's the type that listens to argue, not understand. Wow. So y'all think Amani was listening to argue, not understand? I think Olivia is settling, and Brett needs to progress in life. I feel like he made himself comfortable, made a comfortable pallet at the bottom with no plans of ever rising to the top. Now, I can agree. Okay, so with that part, I can agree. I feel like Brett doesn't want more. That may be the problem that Olivia is having, because instead of him saying, oh yeah, well, I'm looking for, I'm trying to get a better job, I plan on making more money, I feel like he's settled, like he's fine with where he's at, and he doesn't want more. That will be more of a problem than the finances, the fact that he doesn't want to do anything else. He doesn't even want to make more money. Like, if you know you don't make good money, wouldn't you want to find another career path to make more money? That's just how I feel about that. She needs to prioritize her finances, right? Because how's she going to sit there and talk about going on trips and doing this, all this other stuff, and she's in debt? She's in debt. Pay off some of them bills, sis, and stop trying to travel the world so you're financially stable. I agree with that. So Mr. York said, you're wrong. Not everyone you don't understand is gay. As Harper said, Henry is just turned off by Christina's personality and attitude, so he friend-zoned her. He told her she's high maintenance and impatient. Christina was probably living with her ex-boyfriend. Ms. Dior said, as Harper, I wonder if she moved from the ex's home, but she was at her mother's house as well. Okay, so I'm gonna say this. I don't view wrong Chloe Brett is in school to get more money and still. Where you hear that at? Because I don't remember hearing that. But if that's true, then that's good. If that's true, that's good. But I don't remember hearing that. But my thing is, right, she needs to get that under control. That's why he was getting offensive. I think he was getting offensive because it's like, you sitting here trying to downplay me, but you got all the financial problems. Like, I'm good. Like, my rent is paid, my bills on time. I'm not in debt. I know how to manage my money. But you sitting here talking about you want to travel the world, and I can't do that with you, and you're not fronting the bill. But yet still you in debt. So what that say about you and your finances? I agree. Now that I think about it, that's exactly why he got defensive. Do I think that Henry is gay? Absolutely not. I think he was just really turned off by Olivia. All this time, everybody was saying, "Oh, Olivia's probably not attracted to him right now. Henry's not attracted to him." And I was sitting there like, I couldn't tell. But now that he said it, makes sense. This is why he won't hug her. This is why he won't touch her. This is why he's not intimate with her in any type of way. This is what she's feeling when she keeps saying, "I need someone to be more aggressive." She wants him to take over, but he don't want to. He don't want her. Did I see that coming? Absolutely not. I thought he would really be into her, but it's her personality. Looks ain't everything. That personality will definitely turn somebody off, especially someone like Henry. So Brittany K said one of the issues is Brett is insecure in regards to Olivia making more than him. He comes off as passive aggressive about it. If he plans to be married to her, he has to get over that. Olivia, I can see where she's trying to come from. I feel she wants Brett to say, hey, I may not be able to afford all these trips, but maybe I can foot the bill on one. Women, we like knowing that our man has us. That he will be able to just plan and say, hey, don't worry about it. I got this trip. Instead, he was taking things to the extreme, talking about she wanted him to max out his retirement to travel. And she literally said none of that. Regarding their houses, neither one of them had amazing places. So I don't think either of them should have been shaming the other. Right. So I think the fact that he owns his house is what he needs to, was what she should have took more pride in, the fact that, oh my God, you bought a house. A lot of people don't buy houses. And when they do, it's something it's a big accomplishment. So I don't think it was so much as shaming. I think she was just shaming everything around it. And that's why I say, like, as a woman, if he don't really care, you can go in and you can fix that house up yourself. You know what I mean? Like, why are you sitting there, bashing this man about decor? What about the actual house? And you're right. She didn't say, like, go into your retirement. I think I think they both just communicated really, really badly. He got real nonchalant, and he shut down because he felt emasculated. That's all it came down to. He felt emasculated and he started taking jabs at her. That's what I saw happen. That's why he started getting real tensed up when he started talking about her being in debt. So Nikki said it rubs me wrong too. She seems like she's going to get used to him because she knows she can't. Right. Use him. Talking about Karen. Yes, she is going to do that with Karen because Karen's definitely going to use him because she knows she can't. She definitely feels entitled. Definitely feels entitled. So Lorenzo's squad of 5 for Christina and Henry. For episode 7, Henry is starting to become a man. Well done, sir. Christina might be homeless, and this is not a funny statement. Homelessness is a serious issue. It's so obvious that Henry's not attracted to Christina. LOL. How wasn't that nice? Like, y'all, homelessness is a serious issue. But for someone like Christina who's sitting there, trying to make it seem like she got the best life ever and travel the world and do all this other stuff, she can't be the one out here talking about people. Oh Lord, y'all, here we go. What you got to say about your comment?
Mic check 1 2. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. I only say mic check 1 2, to make sure that you can hear me. So yeah,
Well,
what was the comment?
The comment was about Christina and Henry. You said that Christina was homeless, and it's not a funny statement.
It seems like she's homeless, and it's not a laughable matter. Like, many people throughout the world suffer homelessness. Like, I don't feel sorry for Christina, but it's just a situation, isn't it? Just trying to,
right?
Because there was a few people laughing at the situation that she might be homeless. But guys, you may be fine today, but tomorrow you don't know what holds tomorrow. Or you may have it all today, and tomorrow you might lose it. So I'm not telling people to be sensitive to her situation, but hey, know that when you laugh at someone in a difficult situation, know that it can happen to you. And when it happens to you, don't be upset when people start laughing.
I think the problem is, Lorenzo, that it's just the fact that she comes off so snobby. Like, she's criticizing him in his apartment. Oh, it's small, and oh, it's this, and all this other stuff. But then she couldn't take us back to her apartment. Me, myself, God forbid if I ever was in that position, I would be grateful. I wouldn't put anyone else down. This is why even if I go to someone's house or whatever the case, even if it's smaller or bigger than mine, I've never judged anyone on how they live, because at the end of the day, you can always be in a worse situation, just like you could be in a better. At the same time, she was downplaying him like it's so small. Oh, he doesn't have food. What? Better yet, where is your fridge? Where is where's your spot?
That's mad. You know what? I want to respond to a few things. Okay, Charlie Brown Wig. I was writing Charlie Brown Wing. My apology for messing up your name, Charlie Brown Wig. I'm not Red Pill. I'm not MGTOW. I'm none of those pseudo movements. I am Lorenzo Jacob, aka the greatest troll in the world, aka the world's greatest lover.
Oh Lord. Yeah. Right. Go ahead, Cliff.
Yo, he's crazy.
He is crazy. What you got to say, Cliff?
There's a couple things. First you skipped my reply to the young lady that was talking about Brett.
Okay, go ahead. Then reply now. You here?
No, I don't know what I wrote. You just go back and is.
Oh God.
But we'll wait for that. What I wanted to say, as far as Christina go, I think everybody's being too hard on her. They asked her about the apartment. She gave her opinion. But you also got to remember, Henry haven't given her much. We always talk about Karen, and what she don't give, whatever that boy name. What's the name of it?
Mouse.
Whatever, don't matter. Anyway, what she don't give him, but we don't say anything about Henry. He don't do anything. He don't even hold the girl hand, and we let it slide. Like I don't like Son. I don't like the way he conducted himself. I don't like the way he talked about Brett. I don't like the way he talk. I just don't. It's just something about him that rubs me wrong. I just feel he's fake.
Oh, Henry.
Yes.
Okay.
Christina could be a little harsh, but she's real. I give her that. I don't like all the things she do, but she's real. She gives you who she is. She's not putting on a front. You might not like her, but she don't put on a front.
So you think Henry isn't real?
Not totally. I think he hides stuff. I think
Cliff.
he's kind of, what's up?
CDO Cliff, I think that's a real valid statement.
Wait a minute, hold on. Why both of y'all names don't say CDL in front of it though?
You know, I'm changing it. I'm changing it the next time. My apology for that, CDO
Chloe,
General.
we representing you. You should be the first one with it.
It should be CDL Chloe.
God.
Now.
No, you know, it should be Chloe CDL again. Or CDL Chloe CDL. No, but like Cliff, what I was saying, I think your point is very valid. I did kind of see that with his relationship with the female friends. I think Brett is such a genius that he already noticed it since the bachelor party. There's something fishy going on between them.
I think when women don't realize the same way women know when women are up to stuff, men know when we doing things. We know.
Like, I don't think he's sleeping with her, but he has such an obsession with that friend.
Something is there.
No, he has such an obsession with the friend. Do you know the friend that Brett went up to?
Her, and she also was there for the when they was doing the selection.
Wedding.
Nah, she was also there for his selection when
do you remember the scene? Do you remember the scene in the wedding when she was about to approach them? And did you notice Henry's reaction to her particularly, apart from all the other female friends that were around? It was a bit telling. But Charlie Browning wanted to know what CDO is. Chloe will explain it. Sorry, CDO Chloe CDO will explain it once I'm out. So I'm gonna come back on my third comment. So go ahead,
right.
Please answer CDO Cliff's question.
Okay, Lorenzo.
I want to touch on the hair thing, and then you're gonna go. And then I want you to go back to that other joint. As far as the hair with what's his name, Woody, right? I don't like the fact Woody backpedaled. He meant what he said. As far as like, he brought up the abortion thing, and I get him on that. But we could put the abortion thing to the side. You walk in the house with a bald head, not saying nothing to me, is a problem. How would she feel if he come in with face tattoos? Is she gonna say that's his body? Something tell me nah. Like you know, like, and then for her to say.
But Cliff, look, but listen to this: a tattoo on your face is a big difference than you can't remove your tattoo. I mean, you can, but 9 times out of 10, if you get a tattoo on your face, you're not trying to remove it. But at the same time, it's hair. Hair grows. You can get hair. You can have long hair today, short hair tomorrow. You could buy a wig. You could always do something. If I cut my hair right now and I like it, I can go put a wig on and I'll be fine. But you go that. I don't think those are good things to like compare. Hello? Cliff. All right, well, come back when you get service or something like that, I guess. But yes, I do understand what Cliff was getting at. I do understand. I understood that to begin with. I always said that she should definitely talk to him about it. But I do think that it's not her decision. A bald head is temporary, absolutely. It's absolutely it's here, y'all. It's here. It's something as simple as this. Like, this is a weave. If I don't have my weave in, I become unattractive. Like, what are you talking about? I don't get it. Like, I don't like that whole idea that the hair makes a woman attractive. That doesn't do it for me. That makes me feel some type of way, because it's you saying that I have to have long hair because that's what makes me attractive. Not the fact that, oh, I might have a beautiful face, not the fact that I'm a beautiful person, but my hair is what's going to make you turn on to me. Like, come on. I mean, it does add, but I can be beautiful with a short cut. Like, I can be beautiful with a bald head. Everybody, I don't think that's that drastic of a thing to be making it a big deal. That's just my opinion. Black girls who submissive, boy, get out of here. Let me see if I can add this back. Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Like you said, I heard you say something about I'm beautiful with my hair, without. That ain't true for everybody, and it also goes to the eye of the beholder. You understand? Like me personally,
But don't you think that if you marry someone and you're attracted to them, that you it's not because of their hair?
it's not. I get that. I love them for other things. My attraction is kind of different. I'ma love you. That's just like when he said, I hated when they brought up the alopecia. That's two different things. That's a medical condition. You understand what I'm saying? But when you willingly do something you know I'm not with, and I'm not attracted to it, how you gonna be upset that I'm not kissy, huggy all over you? You get what I'm saying? Like certain things is not. It's just like in times men sometimes gain weight. Your wife might not find that appealing. She might say, "Hey, babe, your stomach getting a little big. Time to hit the gym." She got every right to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Like this whole theory of you're just gonna look at somebody and always be attracted to how they look is not real. You gotta work on that. Both
I agree,
parties.
but we're talking about hair.
But like me personally, like I'm talking about Clifton. I love
Okay.
long hair. I have long hair. You understand what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I don't want my girl hair shorter than mine.
Yeah, but I'm pretty
You
sure,
understand what I'm saying?
right. But if she
So if
decides,
I'm a person, go ahead.
no, I mean, I understand that, because even if I like, don't a lot of men don't really care for bald head. They like women with hair. It doesn't have to be super long or super short or whatever. But they want hair. So
Like
I
I
do
think Amber
understand that,
Rose is pretty, but I couldn't do it.
because she has no hair.
It reminds me of a dude. Like when I look at her head, like it would. I
Okay.
think me personally, I think it would throw my manhood all off looking at the back of her head. I'm just keeping it a buck.
I mean, you're entitled to that. I mean, everyone is entitled to feel how they feel when it comes to what they find attractive. That's absolutely fine with everyone, you know. But I do feel as though, like, sometimes we put such a big stamp on what people look like that we tend to forget about other things. This is why a lot of
Because
women, even men, deal with unhealthy, toxic relationships, because we focus on looks. Okay, this is why women are out here getting they've been tummy tucks and all this other stuff, damn near dying on the
yeah,
table,
they're going
because it's
extreme.
all about what's attractive now and now.
Right. And I get that. But you also got to remember with these two, he met her with hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what he met her with. So she shave it bald. That's a big extreme. Now, I understand we all get older, gravity going to hit, things is going to change. You got to learn to love and accept certain things. But it's when things are done willingly is a problem. Just so when he brought up like the whole thing with the abortion, that might have been an extreme case, but I understood where he was coming from. That was
I
wrong
definitely
too to not
understood.
include him.
Right.
You understand that? But me personally, I didn't like that Amani said, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "Your husband." Like that rubbed me the wrong way, because I'm telling you, if he does something, she will have a problem. Whether it's a face tattoo or I don't know. What if he start wearing dresses like Homeboy? She ain't gonna like that. And that's
Okay,
all I'm saying. I'm gonna let you
I
go
got
ahead,
you. I got you, Cliff. You made some good points.
of course.
Right. Okay. So I just feel like everyone you know, has their own thing. Some people like it, some people don't like it, some people care for it, some people don't care for it. Obviously, Woody would care if his woman cut her hair, and that would be something they have to deal with. And just for all you people out there, if you cut your hair and your spouse may not like it, you just have to deal with whatever comes with that. Just saying, just saying, just saying. No judgment over here. You want to cut your hair, that's perfectly fine. Now, if your husband or your boyfriend don't like it afterwards, that's nobody's fault. Who me? But I don't like. I didn't never say I don't like bald head men. I wouldn't want my man to be bald headed, but some men are attractive bald headed. Now he's trying to call me out, y'all. Trying to call me out. But anyway, Lorenzo said on Amelia and Bennett for episode 7, they are more dirty than I first imagined. God damn them. Nothing more to report. The vibes ain't good. He in love with some box braids and a drawstring. Y'all funny. Oh God. But yeah, everybody was talking about Amelia and Bennett's being dirty. This is why I was surprised when he was like, take off your shoes. I was like, take off your shoes. You might as well keep them on. Have you seen your feet? What are we doing here? Y'all make it make sense? I don't know. It's not making sense to me. I don't get it. Okay. So the fruitful wife said, "Oh my goodness, my husband yelled friend zone to the TV while we was watching this last night." Yeah, he basically just said she's more like a friend. Then the fruitful wife said, "Come on, Christina needs a lie detector." I told y'all the liar coming on. A liar's coming on. Mic check 1 2 1 2. We can't hear you. I'm about to remove you so we can get through these times.
Yeah, okay. This is gonna be a real quick one. Can you hear me? Can you hear me properly?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. No lagging.
No lagging.
Okay. Quick communication. Can everybody please bring up the likes? There's only one like and it's from me.
Bring up the likes, y'all.
If there's no likes, I'm gonna put a dislike.
No, I agree with that statement.
There's currently 16 watching. There should be at least 10 likes.
My name is Chloe and I approve of this message.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Valoriza. You guys, don't forget to like the video of the live stream and subscribe if you're not subscribed. All right, y'all. Where we at? Oh, so what are you talking about? All right. You probably got to refresh it. All right. So Lorenzo said my favorite couple so far in this episode are Amani and Woody, Amelia Bennett, Olivia and Brett, Christina Henry, and Karen Mouse. Who do I think will make it at the end of the series according to what we have seen in episode 7? Amelia and Bennett, Amani and Woody. Who are my favorite and least favorite male and female participants for episode 7? Favorite male Brett, least favorite male Mouse, favorite male Karen, and least favorite female Olivia. Why is Karen your favorite female? That's interesting. Don't answer that now, but somebody remind me to ask Lorenzo why his favorite female is Karen. I need to know. So, Deborah said, yeah, Chloe, this week I'm going to have to agree with you that Brad is showing me a little more depth and Olivia is showing me a lot more selfishness. Olivia's problem is that, as I said, is that she asked the experts for a man that made comparable salary to her, but it wasn't a deal breaker. Her deal breaker was the cats. So I think the experts matched her with as many attributes that they could, that she requested, but couldn't find a guy with a high salary. Because after all, they only have a pool of 400,000 men in New Orleans, and only a fraction of them are dating. So what she doesn't understand is that you're never going to find a person that's perfectly matched to you, but you have to be willing to compromise on some of the things that you want in order to get other things that you want. She's taking the one things she wasn't meshed on and making her whole marriage about that one thing. And like you said, she's just looking for a boy toy to play house with because she doesn't want to give up any of her money. She wants him to pay for everything, even though she has the means to. Unfortunately, I don't see them making it because he's not going to change, and neither is she. Right. Neither is she. I agree with this. She said that her deal breaker was the cats. I'm still lagging? Am I still lagging? We here? Let me know if I'm lagging, y'all. I'm good now? We good right now? Okay. Okay. So I agree. She said that her deal breaker was definitely it was the cat. So why is she making all of this about the actual money? That's a problem. She's making all of this about the actual money when her deal breaker was the cat. So your deal breaker should have been he needs to make more money then, obviously, because that's what she's complaining about the most. Just saying. So the Linda Tracy TV Hager, hey, she said, I agree with Cameron. Miles has no identity of his own. Who is he? Great review. Thank you. But you're right. Miles doesn't even know who he is. This is why he lets Cameron do whatever. He needs to put his foot down. Stop being so happy with the bare minimum and get it together. Get it together. That's almost like you keep saying what you want to do. Be patient for her. But what about what she's not giving you? It's supposed to be give and give, not just take, and you just giving. There is no balance when it comes to Miles and Cameron, and that's the problem that they're having right now. So hopefully they get some balance soon. All right. So Angela said, is Angela in here? I haven't seen her yet. Angela said, Amani being on guard about control may be an issue. She has to calm down and let Woody talk through his thoughts before getting hyped. It seems like she equates discussion with asking permission when it's really consideration and a sign that she values her husband's opinion. Correct. It's just a sign that she values her husband's opinion. My hope for Miles with Karen is dwindling every time he opens his mouth. Karen says that he's saying all the right things, but no, just no. He's not saying the right things for her. He is way too eager, and that's killing all the vibes. He puts himself in the doghouse already. Dang, I think he was trying to joke, but she's just not into him. Right. So that's the problem. That's why he was like, oh, this is the doghouse. I think he meant to say the man cave, like that's gonna be his man cave, and he said the doghouse, and it was like, dang, you push yourself there already, like you already trying to find a way to get away from her. It's too much. I don't know about them, y'all. I hope from what we see in the next preview, I hope that it gets better. It looks like it might get better. So hopefully slow and steady wins the race. You don't like to rate people? So Cliff said, I feel for Miles. He's married to a woman who's not into him, and he doesn't even know it. Karen doesn't mind Miles doing all the stuff a married man would do that's not affectionate. If he's still a stranger, don't see about being on his health insurance. Grab your bags or everything else. So basically you saying that she wants a husband, but she don't want to do things with her husband. She just want to use him to get her bags, put her on his insurance, but she don't want to, do her wifely duties. That's what I got from it. So Charlie E said, hi Charlie, I see you in the chat. Charlie E said Olivia house was basic. The decor wasn't even all that either. I like Brad more, honestly. I wish he would sense that he is insecure about many things and be caring with that. He also needs to also needs to be this good communicator that he claims to be. Yes, the good communicator he claims to be that we ain't seen yet. Okay, instead of being petty and sarcastic, Woody has that common touch of sexist and entitlement. Surprise, surprise. His remarks that he wouldn't be attracted to her if she cut her hair were disappointing, and we had some growing to do. She won't always look this way, and he won't either. So he needs to figure out if he's mature enough to appreciate a woman for who she is and not what is attractive to him. She probably isn't attracted to that tiny knot on the top of his head, but she has been appreciating him for who he is. She might not like that tiny knot on his head, but she appreciates him for who he is, and that's just that one. Okay? So before you start talking about something here, maybe you need to figure out what's going on with yours. Y'all funny. So T Max say, hey Chloe, okay. So I like Woody and Amani's communication skills. Everybody like Woody and Amani's communication skills, even though it did get a little, they still communicate well at the end. I think as long as they keep up open, honest communication, they will be okay. Yes, they're very, very straightforward what they feel and how they get it out. Okay, he is forgetting about his happiness, and I think they will get better. It was good. Pascal was there. Yes, it was. Next week, they look like they made a breakthrough. Bennett and Amelia are cute, and I'm rooting for them. But the relocation is a huge issue, which he is avoiding. So he is avoiding it, and that's not missing it, right? Oh, okay. Olivia's for you. Nothing wrong with that. They should have matched her with someone who has equal income. Henry doesn't like Christina, and I think he has a major nervous anxiety issue. It was so obvious when they was sitting with Pastor Cal. My 2 cents. I agree. That was a good rundown. Yeah, that's a good rundown. I hope they do have a breakthrough too. Brad the cat is the best looking. Oh my God, y'all, that cat was so cute. So all y'all that been following me for a while, y'all know I love me some cats, okay? Y'all know I could go on and on about some cats, okay? That orange cat was the cutest little cat I ever seen in my whole entire life. I love that cat, and I want that cat. Just letting y'all know. Okay, now my cat ran over. I'm gonna move on. Who y'all in there reading? Who's the best looking? What y'all talking about? I'm gonna just stick with the cat. Whatever y'all talk about, I'm going with the cat. Okay. So Cliff said, after watching Unfiltered, I feel Brett and Olivia got a divorce. Everyone is so negative towards him. It reminds me of how they did Brandon on Unfiltered last season. Olivia doesn't come off as a woman who has her husband's back. She doesn't. As far as this episode, both of them have good points. I understand Olivia wanting Brett to do fun things with her, and Brett being more conservative with his money because he didn't grow up with a lot and he doesn't make as much as her. They have to compromise. Brad has to get out his comfort zone and be willing to spend some money on fun activities. Olivia has to be willing to pay for both of them when they go out sometimes because she makes more. I will say this, even though Olivia makes more money than Brad, he did more responsible things with his money. Brad owns a house that has no debt, as we know compared to her having debt and renting. They could be a great couple if they're willing to compromise and work together, but I don't see it happening. Now that I agree with. That was great, Cliff. This is good. This is exactly what happened. Like if they work together, they can definitely make this happen. But because they're so stuck on who makes what, they can't get nowhere. He has a whole house. He has a whole house. Girl, take some of your money and go decorate that whole house that now you don't have to buy. What's wrong with her? Y'all, what's wrong with her? Okay? It's lagging again. What is doing? So, she said, beware, this is a long comment, LOL. The Olivia and Brett conversation was intense, but needed to happen. I'm sure this will be a thorn in their marriage if they don't come to an understanding. I see both of their sides. I perceive that Brett is a stickler about money since he doesn't have a lot of it, and therefore seeing dining out trips and other extras as completely unnecessary. If he wants to earn more money, he'll have a different outlook. The issue with that is when you marry a person who enjoys those extras and you can't provide them, you feel threatened. I think Olivia feels the exact same way on the other end of the spectrum. They both will need to give a little since she's making more. She has to come to terms that she'll be footing at least the majority of the bills for those things. I think that's her issue. She's having a hard time wrapping her head around the fact that Brett doesn't have as much, and maybe more importantly, is stingy with her money. Yes, okay, so that makes sense. I think she's just selfish because she's flat out said, "But I don't want to pay for it." Like, what do you mean you don't want to pay for it? That's your husband. If y'all going out, somebody got to pay for it. You want him to pay for his plane ticket? You pay for your plane ticket? Like, what? If the rent got to get paid, you're not gonna pay it because it's a joint. It's all in one. It's a one. We won that. We married. We won. It's bad, y'all. Y'all don't understand. I'm right in my living room, and my router is literally right there. I'm not even far, so I don't know what's the problem. It's still bad. We good? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Are we good? I hope we good, y'all. I hope we good. I sound like a robot. Is this better? Better? Okay. I can keep going? Can I keep going? All right, I'm putting the link back in the chat. Good for now? Okay. So Caitlin said, I agree with you about Olivia. She defines the title Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yes, right? Like, oh, she's just such a downer. Such a downer. So Jasmine Carwell said, normally the couples try to stay on their best behavior in front of the experts, but these couples were arguing. Pastor Cal's face was sending me. Let me tell y'all, they got straight to the problems. Okay, they didn't hold back. Wasn't nobody like shunning away from it. They went head on into everything. I love that. I love that it was so honest on all their behalves. Like everybody was just being honest about their feelings, whether it was good or bad. It was going to cause an argument or not. They still was communicating, and that's really pretty much all it's about. Pretty much. So Franny said, I also feel like something happened with Brett later on. Nobody likes Brett in these unfiltered episodes. They usually try to stay politely, correctly, and act like they don't know anything beyond the episode they are reviewing. But they are using clear verbiage showing that this scene for him. So yes, I've been watching Unfiltered, and they make it a point to point him out. They definitely make it a point to point him out. I agree with that, Franny. I guess he's gonna be the bad guy this season, y'all. But we can filter through that, right? We can see through that. We're not slow over here. We know production be up to stuff. So we gonna filter it through, and if we gonna have to drag production, then production gonna have to get dragged. And that's just that. Are we good? Okay. So as Harper said, go ahead, Lorenzo.
1, 2, mic check. Can you hear me?
We here. Yes, we can.
Okay. This is another communication. Can you please move to a different spot?
So mad. I don't know, like the different spot I need to get to. I'm so close to my router. Like next thing you know, I'm gonna be inside of it.
Like, yeah. Can you please do that? Can you please go inside the actual router and fix this? Or do you know what you should do? Stand on top of it.
Boy, yo, why you gotta come and just?
No, I was just passing down a message from CDL Cliff. Change position.
The message down?
Or go somewhere else.
Hold on. Let me see something. Babe.
I'll leave it back to you. Do you know what? Go there. Let me take over the show. Yeah, you go sort it out.
No, ain't no you taking over the show.
Okay, I'll let you do your thing.
Okay, I'm finally coming through clear. Okay. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what's going on tonight. Like, why won't you two let me be great? Hold on, let me see if I can get my husband to fix it. Y'all, we almost done with the comments because I didn't do the replies. So when we done, I guess we'll do an open chat at the end, okay? Babe. Oh, I think he ignoring me now because somebody blocked him on y'all. One of y'all blocked him on all 5 of his channels, probably. I'm good. Hey, Angela, I was just saying, I just read your comment. I was like, I ain't see you in here. I wasn't sure if you was in here or not. Okay, so as Papa said, Olivia doesn't want a true marriage. She wants a marriage of convenience, and that's on her terms. Right. She wants everything her way or no way. She's not willing to compromise, and that's going to be a problem because at the end of the day, in a marriage, you have to compromise. You have to. If you don't, it's going to be horrible. Just horrible. So the Linda Tracy TV say, yes, I've been on Brett's side for a minute, and people have been giving me a hard time. Olivia gets on my nerves. He's always been a very good judge of character. He's not perfect, but he's not as bad as people make him out to be. So are we coming to a term that Brett might not be as bad as we thought he was? I mean, I'm just saying in this episode, he wasn't that bad. I'm just saying. That's all I'm going to say. So don't come for me. Don't come for me. Okay. So Angela, here's another one of your comments. So Angela said, we know Karen wasn't feeling Miles at all. But Henry, I wasn't ready. Right. I wasn't ready either. I didn't notice that she was similar to his friends, beautiful and mean. But he really does not see a future with her at all. He needs to express his concern to Christina about Christina to Christina. I think he did that last night. I think he absolutely did that Wednesday night when he said, I see you as a friend. You're rude, you're obnoxious, all this stuff, you know. He basically said it. He definitely basically said it. No, Brett's still a jerk. Oh, we not let him off the hook? Okay, he's still on the hook a little bit. I'm gonna just leave him like at the tip. After they propped him. Okay. So around the way, girl next door said, I like that Pastor Kyle let Amelia and Amani and Woody talk it out before he jumped in. They are both very direct, and I think this is going to work most times. But it's also going to have one of them sitting in the bathroom crying. Yes. Okay. Let me tell you something. I'm not as direct as my husband, but when he is very direct, it does hurt my feelings sometimes. It makes me want to cry, and I can see that happening between both of them because they both come straight at each other with no filter. And sometimes you gotta learn how to like sugarcoat stuff just a little bit, so like it don't hurt as bad, and you won't be in the bathroom crying. Not saying I'll be in the bathroom crying, but I do be crying. But I'm a crybaby, so I can help it. Just saying. Okay. So Danielle said, Woody and Amani, I love the fact that they are honest with each other, even if the other disagrees or doesn't like it. They communicate their positions and feelings clearly. Woody explained explanation of his past experience brought it home for Amani. Also, Woody loves Amani's hair. He said so on day one and thought she was mixed with something. You're right. I didn't remember that. Olivia and Brett. Lorenzo, as much as it pains me to admit it, I'm starting to like Brett. He is responsible with his money, his goals, his future, his retirement, etc. He has no pressure to spend money he doesn't have. Olivia's values are strange. She is making money, yet pays rent for Pepto-Bismol bathroom, doesn't want children, and doesn't want to share. If Olivia was smart, she would saw he owned his house and those tools. She should have said to herself, with the money I make and the skills he has, we could make us some millions flipping houses or something. I'm moving in with you, Brett, and cut out paying the rent. We could travel the world, go to Saints games, and eat out later. Girl, that don't make sense. It makes sense. I didn't even think like that. Okay, money moves. Karen is still crying over her old boyfriend, not the fear of Mouse hurting her. Right. She's still in love. She's still in love. Mm-hmm. She a Katie, y'all. She a Katie. Amelia has a good heart, not bothered that there were no running waters or bathroom. Bennett loves her and will move wherever she goes. Henry married Christina, but she's just like the friend he hangs out with. Hence the friend zone. I don't think he likes her as a person, especially after all that complaining and the stunts he pulled by not taking her to her place. Absolutely. Absolutely. That makes so much sense. Yes, girl. Come through with the comment. Come through. So, around the way, girl next door said, when it comes to money in a marriage, for things that apply to both of you, including bills, you should pay a percentage based on your income. For example, if Brett makes $50K and Olivia makes $150K, they have a total of $200K. If they want to go to a Saints game and the tickets are $100 total, Brett should only have to pay $25. He is still a jerk in other ways, but he is right about the money, especially the eating out all the time. Right. So this I could get down with. You are so right when it comes down to I don't know about the percentage wise, but it makes sense to me. That's why I said, like, if she buys the tickets to the game, he can buy the popcorn. Like, why we gotta sit there and make this a big thing? Why we gotta make this a big thing? I don't know. So Lorenzo said for Olivia and Brett, he said, for episode 7, Olivia is crazy, but Brett doesn't help it with the killer comeback. Brett house is great, and Olivia should appreciate what it is when she doesn't have a home. Right. We basically already discussed that. Go ahead, Cliff.
Quick CDL announcement, but let me reply to that real quick. Christina got a home. Y'all hate her. Her mother would not let her be homeless.
Christina.
You hate her. Stop shortchanging the people and read their replies. Okay? Stop shortchanging. People take their time to reply. Stop shortchanging.
Well, look, this is why we about to open up the floor.
No, that has nothing to do. It don't have nothing to do with me.
All the replies that I want to talk about.
These people have been replying. Don't do that. Second, I think I might have blocked your husband by mistake. My bad.
I don't know how to undo it. So you probably did block my husband. That's probably my husband has like 3 pages, and I think
I just saw somebody coming in pressing SB, and I'm just like, somebody coming in trolling. I wasn't even looking at the name. I was just clapping.
I'm sure you did. So now I have to go figure out how to unblock him and friend him back. Thanks a lot.
All right, well, get back to your show.
Okay. I told y'all, don't block people. If anything, put them in timeout. I said it. If y'all want me to read y'all replies to something, let me know. But I'm about to open the floor in a few so y'all can come in and y'all can actually talk about these comments and stuff. That's why I try to get through it through the comments so that we can have more of an open discussion. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Okay, so Cliff said, I feel for Christina. The experts did her no favors matching her with Henry. Oh, you got to just go back to the comments? Okay. Okay. Cliff said, I feel for Christina. The experts did her no favors matching her with Henry. If we're going to hold Karen feet to the fire about showing Miles affection, we have to do the same with Henry. I agree with you. We haven't been doing that. But that's because we understand that Olivia is Christina? Because Christina be acting like a bee. Miles don't be acting like a bee, so I guess it's 2 different things because Christina isn't coming off as the actual most pleasant person to be around. So it's kind of like we expect him to act that way because look how she acts. It's different when it comes to Miles because Miles acts like a gentleman and we don't understand why, Cameron is friend zoning him. We understand why Henry friend zone Christina. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's the difference that is making so far. I think that's the difference. So Sierra Force said, hey, Sierra, she said, surprisingly, I agree with Brad in him wanting to save money and not wanting to splurge in order to enjoy retirement. I'm not the biggest Brad fan, but I have to slide with him there. Right. Right. I agree with that. You gotta save. We gotta save because the way, especially now, we're in a pandemic. People losing their jobs, going back and forth. Imagine losing your job and not having no money, and you not saving, and you in debt, and you can't even, find a way to make a way. And she want to be out here going on expensive trips, and you can't. Girl, she better get it together before she end up with nothing for real. For real, the way this world is, crumbling apart right before our eyes. People lost their jobs in the blink of an eye. Like literally, you went to work one day, and the next day you had no job. So imagine not having no job and no savings. At least, what's his name? At least he can go into his savings and take out some money, go into his retirement and take out some money. I think it's smart, especially right now. You went to work one day and the next day you had no job. So imagine not having no job and no savings. At least, what's his name? At least he can go into his savings and take out some money, go into his retirement and take out.
Hey.
Hey. Everyone.
Hold on one
Okay,
second.
girl.
Let me pause
You gotta
the video
mute
on
it.
the other one.
We're all sounding the same, and I wanted to try and give you guys something.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, girl.
Did you get to my long paragraph yet?
Let me see where I'm at. Where am I at? Let's get into it. No, you're actually the next comment. You want me to read it first?
So I'll go and I'll come back if you want me to.
I mean, you can sit here. There's no point in doing all that.
Okay.
We here now.
Okay.
Okay. So you said, all right, let's get into this, LOL. Okay, Amelia and Bennett, they are just so happy about everything, and I appreciate it. So happy that Pastor Cal gave them a bit of reality. It's nice to agree with everything, but marriage isn't just fairy tales and butterflies. They'll make it through. You want to comment on them first?
Nope. I mean,
Okay.
they didn't really give us nothing, really. They were pretty positive throughout the whole experience. I think that they're fine. The drama's gonna come once, the residency stuff happens. But for now, they're fine.
Absolutely. Right. So then you said Amani and Woody. Still like them, although I hated what he said about her changing her
I don't
hair.
want to get into that because it's a lose-lose. For me personally, I do think that yes, with my husband, me and Woody and I have a similar haircut. But I mean, I don't know what he got on the top of his. It looked like a perm. I don't know what that is. But for me, I had really, really, really long hair, really thick hair. It would take me 4 hours for wash day. And it was to the point I was just like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. My husband was like, why don't you just cut it? And then I cut it.
But that's because your husband agreed. He gave you the suggestion.
I've been with him for 15 years. He's seen me with a million different hairstyles. So I don't, and the ball thing, I don't think she's gonna really go out and do it. It was just a matter of him saying she can't do it. That's it. Everyone's gonna feel the way they feel, but for me personally, I understand in corporate America, there's already so much policing of Black women's hair. Where it's just I'm not gonna do it at home too. For me, for a while I was like, oh my gosh, I need to keep my hair straight. I can't wear it natural. I don't know what they're gonna think. And even when I decided to cut my hair, I cut my hair and then I was on the job hunt. And even my grandmother, she's very old school Caribbean. She was like, oh, are you gonna wear a wig? I'm like, no, because they're gonna accept me the way that I am. That's how it happens, So there's a lot of emotional connection to that, and there's so much policing on Black women's hair. So I get why she felt like, what do you mean you're telling me I can't? But I also understand, you also want to be attracted to your wife. I don't even want to jump into that because everyone has really strange, everyone has different views on it. I have my own view on it. My husband's okay with me changing my hair. I love changing my hair. I'm someone that.
But the question is,
my face can carry any style. I'm okay with that.
Franny, the question is, would your husband be okay if you cut your hair bald?
I would not be okay with cutting my hair bald.
But my thing is, when you do your hair, when you cut and stuff like
I
that,
go to the barbershop. I get a near skin fade on the sides, and I leave the top alone.
do you take in his do you, I wouldn't say ask permission, but do you talk to him about it when you make drastic changes to your hair outside of wigs and weaves, because that's something we can all, you know, do whatever with. But like,
not really. I mean, I can't. If it's something drastic, I'm like, hey babe, like I'm thinking about this. What do you think? He's always very positive.
But that's still,
but that's still like me.
That's still, you know, having that conversation. That's
what
I mean.
But if
like,
you say no, you can't do it. Like that's not gonna work for me.
That's not gonna work.
Collaborative, you know.
Right.
So, you know, but me personally, I just wouldn't shave my entire head bald. That's just not who I am. But I do have a taper on the sides. The next one I'll show you guys. I have a taper on the side, and I get a near skin fade, and my hair is like nice and curly on the top, and I love it. So
next live we gonna see it.
I mean, it's in my picture.
We don't see no. Oh, girl, I'm gonna have to get a close up. You them little old bubbles, girl. Get out of here.
Okay, fine. I'll do it next week.
Okay, good. Next week we want to see the hair. Remember that, girl. Remember that. Okay, so where are we at? Karen the Mouse. You say Karen has been working my nerves, but Mal needs to figure out what he wants and communicate that to her. We have to manage expectations here. I think I like that Pastor Cal gave Mal a reality check. Giving and giving will become exhausting, and he will resent her for it. Although they have some work to do, I do think they will make it.
I think they will. And did you see Miles kind of cursed us out a little bit? He wrote he responded in an article, and he didn't really curse us out, but like he did a Miles curse out. And I think he's either like cursing us out or producers. And he was like, you know, seeing my journey and Karen.
Miss Victoria said that you're pretty.
Oh,
I meant to tell you that before, but I forgot. Oh, she said you're cute.
Thank you. But he said, you know, the way he spoke to her, like she was great. She was very receptive. And he said anything other than that is disrespectful to her character and his journey. I was like, okay. Oh. So I'm like, okay, maybe they edited it a little bit. You know, maybe they cut pieces and she didn't exactly say him having mental health makes him less masculine. I think she probably said, I want someone more masculine. And then she said, oh, I'm concerned about the mental health. And then they like put it together. I don't know.
That's production for you, girl.
They filmed the review. They're filming the reunion today.
Oh, so girl, it's about to be lit.
We'll see. I think they're gonna work out. And did you see the clip for next week? Next week he was being a little bit more assertive. He was like, "Oh, I want a kiss." You know, and like, you know, she's sitting on his lap. I think she's warming up to him. And I think that with him being an administrator at the school, with everything happening with COVID, them having to transition the kids and the teachers to online and the Zooms and the scheduling, he's going to be very busy. And I think that, you know, him not being as available to her, she'll find him more attractive.
I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
That's what I think.
We discussed this, I think, last week when we was like, once he stops being so all over her, she's going to flock to him like it ain't nothing.
I think so. I think that's exactly going to be the case.
Absolutely. So then you said Christina and Henry. I love Henry and his dry humor. I love that he finally said that what his issue was. He could be physically attracted to her, but it looks like there needs to be more to stimulate him. I think that her vibes reminds him of his friends, and he doesn't want to sleep with his friends, LOL, right? Also, sis is out here is homeless and throwing shade at Henry's house. How? Why? Who? They aren't going to make it, LOL. Right. That girl.
Henry is not going to do what you tell him to do. He's going to do what he wants to do.
That's just that on that. And I said that Henry, everybody's saying, oh, Henry, this, that, and the other, but he's not stupid and he's not dumb and he's not going to let you walk all over him. He's going to try some stuff, but he's not going to let her walk all over him. And that's why he's been so reserved.
Henry's sitting there with his wine, like he could care less. He like, all right, we're on week 2. Like, I got 6 more weeks. Like, and he was like, I'm finding some holes in her stories. She said that she lived in, I don't know the city, the neighborhoods, but he said, you know, she said she lived in New Orleans, and now she's saying she doesn't. Which one is it?
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with Henry. I do think he needs to, you know, be more assertive and speak up, because I knew that he felt this way from the beginning. I'm like, she's not nice, and
he doesn't like her.
That's probably what is turning him off. But listen, I think if she's nice, if she would be nicer, you know, he'd probably be more into it. But I could understand her being frustrated and, you know, having low patience, because he's hard to draw out. So I get both sides, but I just don't like the criticism that she was giving his apartment. And what's up with everybody complaining about people gaming? It's 2020. Like, people play video games. It's okay.
Girl, I
don't understand everyone complaining about the shoes. My husband, we're grown-ups, and maybe it's a New York thing, I don't know. But my husband, he has everything from Yeezys and Jordans to high-end, super high-end sneakers. Like, that's why
I was like, why everybody mad that they gaming? I'd rather my husband be at home gaming than be out in the streets, not knowing what he at. Right, out here not knowing what he doing, who he with, and God forbid the way it's going down in 2020. You know, like, I need him home. I'd rather him be home. So, yeah, like,
I think it's ridiculous. Let this man have his peace. Let him play.
Everybody needs an escape. Everybody needs an escape.
Relax. Let him play his game. It's okay. Like, and I'm just like,
I said, as long as it's not like super intense, where it's like that's all he want to do is play a game. He don't even want to go to sleep. He just want to play the game. Obviously, these men are looking to be married.
They have jobs,
right? And they looking to be married.
And they're pretty social. So, like, let them play their game. Let them buy them their sneakers. Like, relax,
girl. Absolutely. All right, so Olivia and Brett. So if you want to write long paragraphs like this, because you know, Cliff.
Lorenzo said we got to split it up. All right.
No. If you want to come in and we can break it up and you would talk about each one, I'm fine with that. But if I have to read the whole thing, it's nothing wrong with that. It just gives me anxiety at one piece at a time. You know, like I'll be like, oh my God, but we talking about it, so this is fine.
Noted.
You can keep it like this.
Got it.
Okay.
Copy that.
So actually, it makes more sense instead of me going all around with Lorenzo, you know, back and forth.
Whatever. Just let us know what you need. I mean, this is your channel, your live, sis. Whatever you need, we got it.
Keep it together as long as you want to be in here with me.
Yes, I will.
Okay. So then you said Olivia and Brett. Olivia was dead wrong this episode. She was judgy, rude, and condescending. Brett felt a way about her this scene for his house, and rightfully so. Vacationing and dining out is an awesome thing, but maybe she needs to rethink her priorities and pay off some of that debt. She doesn't want to build a life with someone. She wants someone to tag along on hers. Money is such a touchy topic, and that's why they are being so combative. I really hate the way that they communicate with each other. This is a whole mess. Doubt they will make it to decision day. Great review per usual. Well, thank you, girl. Thank you. But let's get into this Brett and Olivia.
Brett owns. Olivia's renting. And I would not stay at her apartment. I'm sorry. I feel like the things have eyes and they move. Like, I'm not.
He said, he was like, it's old. It's a lot of old stuff.
I think her parents own an antique shop, and that's why she has all the antiques and stuff. I'm not into it. I'm not into that. I'm sorry. And you're gonna tell this man to sell his house so that he can stay in an apartment with you where you're renting and you're in debt.
You can decorate that whole house right there with the money that you're paying rent for.
Her decorating, like she can work with that. That kitchen was beautiful. Like.
And he said he was like, big kitchen, like I told you. Girl, I'd have been like, all right, well.
She don't cook. That's why she don't care about the kitchen.
I can't.
I think that she was very nice. So I do nice, nasty, right? I do that, right? She was more nasty than nice, and I didn't like it because as this, I don't know, maybe it's a cultural thing, right? But if like a man were to tell, you know, me, and I feel like you the same as somebody, like even Bennett, like, yes, it's a small house, but like, you made this? Like, that's so dope. Like,
right.
like, you made this with your own hands. Like, that's so dope. Like, I'm proud of you. Like, and then we can build from that. I think that these women don't know how to speak to men. And that's the issue. All of these things she said to him, he's not going to forget it.
Nope.
He's not going to forget it. Once you bruise their ego and when you say things negative that, you know, affect them to the core, he's not going to forget it. He's going to think about it. And they're never going to get past it. They don't think about how they say things before they say it. And that's the issue.
You're so right. That she downplayed him a lot. And that's why he brought up her being in debt and stuff like that, because he never mentioned it until like she started saying like, I'm not paying for it, I'm not doing this. And then he was like, oh, well, I'm sorry, I'm so responsible with my money. I'm sorry, I'm so responsible with my money.
It was tit for tat. It was tit for tat. And like, I don't want to be in. I didn't even want to watch it. Like, I felt very uncomfortable. Like, I don't communicate that way, and I don't want that for them. But it's not looking good. I don't even think they're gonna make it to decision day. Especially what Cliff said before about them being so nasty about Brett on these Unfilters. Usually they act like they don't know anything else. They act like they just saw the episode and they're like, oh, what's going to happen? Oh, I don't know. We got to see next week. Like, but they're just like, he's disgusting. I think that is rude. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, y'all not even going to cut this out or redo the take or try to like make it look like, you know, I don't know. I just think that the way that they're handling it is not really nice.
The way they go in a different route. Let's just say that. They go in a whole different route. He's
not perfect at all, but I just think that it's day 10.
But I think that they definitely Unfiltered does need to be a little bit more raw. I feel like Jamie sits up there and try to sugarcoat everything like, oh, it's okay. Oh, that's fine. So how do you feel? Instead of like, they need someone with a little bit of
Kevin, the dude from the reunion.
Girl, he pissed me off so bad in that last reunion. I don't even want to talk about Kevin.
I don't even want to discuss season 10. I don't do it. It's 2020 is already rough. I don't want to bring that up. That chapter is closed. Let it stay where it's at. I can't. But Kevin is really good. He should be doing these Unfilters because
I'm about to write them a letter. I told y'all they need to let me up in here. That's it.
Yeah, like let one of us do it. Like, okay, because Bennett, she's like, oh, did you guys consummate? He's like, well, wait and see. Or he's like, oh, did you guys consummate? Oh, we signed an NDA, so I can't tell you. Like, all right. I'm gonna need you to give me another answer. But that's pretty much it. I mean, I think that Olivia and Brett, they're not going to make it. I think Christina and Henry, they're not going to make it. I think everyone else has a good chance, and I think it's going to work. But I like the season a lot. I really, really do. I feel like the experts and the producers listened to us, and they really, like, they tried at least in 3 out of the 5.
Right. I hope, girl, I think we got a lot more success coming.
Yeah, I think we're going to be good to go. And apparently, they're doing, apparently this was, of course, longer than other seasons because of the COVID. I think they may need to rethink that for future seasons because 8 weeks is not really a long enough time to decide.
You mean like the 8 week in general?
It's an 8 week, what they call it, experiment.
Girl, if they do this, but if they do it longer, we're gonna be watching Married at First Sight all year round.
There's 2 things they need to do. They need to make it like 12 weeks, and they need to make it an hour and a half.
Oh, spread it out.
That's it. Because this 2-hour thing is frustrating. Like y'all filling it with a bunch of commercials. It's more commercial than the damn show.
Girl, I was sitting there taking notes and I almost wrote down the commercial. I was like,
it's a disaster. It's a disaster. I think they need to be better. I'm happy Pastor Cal came. He came in, he shook the table. They were like, we happy. He was like, are you really?
Yes, I loved it.
He's here for the mess and I'm here for it too. But I think next week we're going to start seeing some good stuff. So
when they get stuck in that house, we're going to start seeing some good stuff.
I know. Because even people that have been married were struggling during that time, you know?
Yes. Trust me.
All right, well, let me stop monopolizing the time because I can keep going.
Oh, no, we're going to open the floor. As soon as I'm done, we got like 4 more comments. We're gonna open the floor and then everybody can flood in. I don't care.
Perfect. Let me get started. I'll jump back in the chat.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Alrighty, y'all. Let's go. We got like 4 more comments left, and then I'm opening the floor. Don't worry, we getting there. We getting there. Okay, so Kay, I say you're so entertaining this review. I could not even sit through this show. I've tried, but that woman started crying about she wanted to travel. I was out. Yes, like she be doing the most. I just feel like they communicated wrong, y'all. We just gotta give them a chance to like work through these quirks. And for what's his name, Brett, to be the communicator that he said he is, because we're not seeing it yet. Not yet. Just not yet. Okay, so this Olivia said Christina has some nerves being so high maintenance when old girl homeless living in her car. Exactly, old girl is homeless living in her car, and she got the nerve to be so high maintenance, and they gonna get to the brand new apartment and want to change all of the furniture around. She better go take a seat in that car. Who said that she needed to take a seat in that car? I can't remember, but that was funny. So Brenda A says, I think Christina may have been living with her mother and possibly didn't want to get her involved. Remember, Dr. Pepper went around and inspected their living quarters. You're right, but I don't remember anybody's house, so I can't remember that. Let me see what the reply say. Okay, so everybody said the same thing. So I guess that's what happened with that situation. So she probably still lived with her mother, and her mother was like, don't bring the people to my house to be filming. Don't bring that strange man to my house. We don't know him. Mindy never took it back. Oh, here y'all go. Don't get this started on season 10, y'all. We're not doing that tonight. So Milan said, I'm surprised. Okay, I'm surprised the effort I'm surprised the effective way Woody and Amani communicated. Woody made it clear he may not be attracted to a bald-headed woman. Absolutely. Is Christina homeless? Even Matt has some ways to show Amber where he laid his head down in season 9. This is true. He definitely did. Olivia just wanted a travel companion. Yes, she did. She wanted to play mate. She wanted to play mate, play date, play toy, all that good stuff. Miles was a little too happy to do the laundry. He quickly thought that that's the way to get to Karen's undies. he thought that's how he was going to get to her undies by doing her laundry. Y'all are funny. The only thing smaller than Bennett's house is Christina's quarters. What? Her quarters? What do you mean? What you mean by her quarters? I'm confused. I don't know. I can't comprehend it. People need to be more realistic about their physical expectations. Okay, I agree with that. So then Lynn said, Olivia can't share. No business trying to be married. The contrast with Amelia says it all. One is appreciative and the other is a snob. One is happy and the other one cries. Yep. So Millennium and Mom said, hey girls, those are my girls. They said, Henry has found his voice, letting Christina know about her vibe is not it. I mean, she did say she wanted him to make a move. She just wasn't expecting that move. LOL, Mom. Yes, like what? Nobody was expecting that move. I was surprised when he said she was in his friend zone. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, what? He want to just make her a friend? What? How? When? It makes sense now. It makes sense now. That's all the comments, y'all. That's all the comments. We got through all the comments. I don't know. If y'all want me to start reading the replies, let me know. I just thought that y'all like to, go back and forth in the comments. But we here in the comment read, so if y'all got something y'all want to address from the comments replies, join in. Did I put the link in? Yeah, I put the link in. All right, go ahead, Lorenzo. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Microphone check 1 2 1 2. 3 4 5 3 4 5.
We here.
Yeah, I'm waiting for all the others to come on.
You waiting for who?
Charlie Brown Wig.
Why are you waiting on Charlie Brown Wig to come in? What happened in these comments? And let me tell you something. I'm fine with everybody and their opinions. Respect is the only thing that I need from you guys, to respect each other, okay? Respect each other. Lorenzo, that goes for you because I will remove you from this box if you start being
What?
disrespectful.
What?
You heard me.
How can you remove CDL? Why have you not
Don't be
changed your name? Can you
disrespectful.
please change your name
No,
to
I can't
CDL
do it while
Chloe
I'm on the stream.
CDL?
I can't do it while I'm on the stream. What you got to say? Come on.
Okay. Charlie Brownwig, come on.
Say, what are you talking about?
Don't
Exactly.
be typing. Come on, Charlie.
Stop
We need to
doing
have a
that.
discussion.
If she wanted to
No,
come in, she would have came in.
she asked me a few questions. First, it was about CDL, the meaning. So I need to explain that. And then when you read my comment about why Karen was my favorite female,
Oh,
I need to explain that.
okay. Tell me why Carrie's your favorite. I asked that question. I'm here.
Do you know what? Before watching the unfiltered show, she was for that episode. So my mind is adjustable for each episode. So
Okay.
Yeah, but
once
Lorenzo,
watching that, she became nothing.
but Lorenzo,
Absolute classless.
Lorenzo, but you're being biased, just like how people were biased about Zach last season. Zach was very
How?
attractive, but people didn't like his
How am I
personality
being biased?
because people didn't like his personality. So then they started saying he was unattractive. You're doing the same thing with what's her name? That girl's name.
No. I'm
Karen.
not saying she's unattractive.
Karen?
I'm just saying she's an adjustable 6. Like
You said
she
you
is
lowered
not
her rating
the
because you didn't
prettiest.
like what she said, though.
Yeah, no, like me, I'm attracted to females not just by looks. It's attitude.
Yeah, but we
Her and Amani's
were
attitude.
initially rating based off of looks, not the whole package.
No. Yeah, that's how it goes. Me, I'm firstly attracted to a woman's physicality. That's the thing that brings me in. After the physicality is the personality. Once I know her and Amani are constantly bashing my man's Brett, it put me off.
Wait.
It put me off
Okay.
because
Okay.
I can relate to Brett. Like, yo, why are you bashing the guy who has not done anything wrong so far on camera? I haven't seen anything that he's done wrong yet, but is he gonna do anything wrong anyways? I don't think so. They're just hating because their particular little piggy friend wasn't able to, consolidate her marriage. And that put me off with them to straight away. They became unattractive to me.
Wait, what
straight away.
exactly were they saying? Because not everyone watched the Unfiltered.
I think you need to watch it.
Well, I'm watching Unfiltered live on Instagram. So if y'all want to watch Unfiltered live Wednesdays at 7:30, join me on Instagram. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, Franny, you wait. What am I talking? What am I saying, Franny? Charlie Brownwig. You wanted to know about CDO.
Yeah, I think you guys explained it earlier.
Okay, from what you've heard, what do you understand about it?
Oh my God.
No, I need to ask a question.
Does that mean you defended her? You're her
Say that again?
Does it mean you're defending her? You're her gang?
No. We're not defending anything. We're putting her straight. We are realigning Chloe Johnson.
they crazy. They crazy. They every time they feel like last season they had put me in my place because what they were saying about Brandon, I finally came around to it.
Oh, what were they saying?
Charlie, what's your viewpoint on season 10? Just a brief response. No, a brief response.
My unpopular opinion was Zach was done wrong. He wasn't attracted to her. There's nothing wrong with that. And case closed. Both Taylor and Brandon were toxic.
How about Mika?
Right.
Michael? Was that
Mika?
the guy who?
Mika. The unbearing howling wolf.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Mika,
Oh,
the one
Lord.
that was married to
The other
Michael.
black couple he was talking about.
Oh, Mika.
The really unbearing howling wolf.
Oh my God, Lorenzo.
If what's his name, that pathological liar wasn't like a pathological
Wait,
liar.
how is he a pathological liar?
He lied about the mileage on his car.
He did lie a lot.
Wait, where's the proof? Did she take a screenshot of his mileage? How do you know
Listen,
this?
wait, no. Lorenzo. Season 11.
Yes, ma'am.
When I go live on Sunday and we talk about whatever we want to talk about, we can talk about season 10. We on season 11. This is a season 11. Time and read.
Lorenzo, you gotta
11.
keep it real, man.
I am
He's a
keeping it real.
liar.
No, but you know what? You asked me another question about Kevin Samuels.
Mm-hmm.
Something that you didn't agree with what I said.
Oh, because I was telling you, Kevin Samuels, he rates off of ideally he likes to rate based off without makeup. You were saying Dr. Viviana is the best look. She's a very attractive woman. I'm not hating on her. I'm saying we see the other girls without makeup, so we get a more realistic view of what
other girls.
This is true.
Like the actual cast.
This is
So
true.
I'm
Like,
saying you can't.
Do their beauty match up with their personalities?
No, we're talking based off just looks now.
Game over.
No, wait. Wait. What do you mean by personalities? Because the fact that I don't think any of them are bad people.
Yeah.
They just not fitting into the role that we or what we think they should be, how they should be progressing in this season of Married
If a woman cannot submit to a man,
yes, she is absolutely beautiful. Has she been kind and sweet? Yes, she has. She has done nothing disrespectful. She may have not been opening up the way we expected her to, but she has done nothing that makes us think she's a bad person. So don't say, oh, her attitude doesn't match her looks, because that's not true.
Because Lorenzo,
if a woman cannot submit to her husband, then
Lorenzo,
what?
If we're going off of personality, Amelia to me has the best personality. She's very
no, she doesn't.
She's very confident.
She is independent woman minded. She should not be married.
Cliff, what's your opinion? Who has the best personality?
Lorenzo Jacobs has the best personality.
Oh Lord, go ahead, Cliff.
She might have a point with Amelia having the best personality out the lady.
You see, she's the most agreeable person to deal with.
Guys,
and she's financially more secure than Bennett, but she doesn't make him feel away.
Exactly.
You know what, guys?
With his little house and his little, it wasn't that great. She made him feel great about it. You know what I'm saying? Like she got a welcoming spirit. That's the difference.
Exactly. She's a very good
Miss Doe's daughter. Please come onto the live.
Wait, Tiff's in here. Hey Tiff, what's going on?
Hey y'all, I just came to say I feel like this conversation about looks is like so childish.
Pointless.
It is not.
Wait, how? Please explain, Tiff.
Because
everyone has their own opinion.
Who are y'all married to them? Y'all signed for the experiment? So what's about it? Like at the whole entire time, you're not going to marry them. You're not engaged to them. If they're single, you don't want to date them. So okay, rate everybody what you want to rate. Move on. Like this high school?
But if somebody's looks are soaring my eyes, should I just accept it?
Close your eyes then. Go to bed.
No, I close my eyes when I'm sleeping.
Listen, I agree. I feel like it's who are we to rate these people? Everybody's going to rate someone on what they want to rate them on. At the same time, personality does play a part with attraction. So if you just because someone, just like I think, what's her name? Christina is very pretty. Her attitude comes off really, nasty. So it's hard to see her as pretty as she really is. But if that's the point we're trying to get to, then that's fine. But we're not gonna sit there and rate people. Let's move on.
Miss Doe's daughter, you can come on. Just press the link and come on. You had so much to say on the comments.
Boy, Lorenzo. Stop doing that. Okay, stop calling people out. Talk about something. If you want to come in, you have so much to say in the comments. Everybody don't want to come in here, okay? Especially if you're going to be rude.
No, I'm not being rude. I'm being honest. See, that's
You
why
don't,
some of you.
you can't address people like that and expect them to come up here and talk to you. That's not how
No,
it
I
works.
was inviting. I was saying, come on, let's talk.
Right. You want to have a conversation, have a conversation.
Okay, let's have a conversation.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
also,
go ahead.
About the hair thing, I think it's very, I feel like Charlie Brown Wig said this, but I'm just gonna say it again because it was in the comments, yeah. That you know, it just depends on how mature a man is, on how much he cares about what his female's hair looks like. Because again,
Wait,
I'll
why
say
is
it
this
again.
on the man?
Wait, let her finish her point.
Because if a guy wants a girl's hair to look a certain way, then he better be willing to pay for it. Hair is expensive to keep up with. It takes time to keep
As the
up
leader
with.
of the household, that is men's duties, and it's
Do y'all
also
know
your
how much?
duty to submit.
Y'all don't know how much hair costs. That's what I'm saying is because you know sometimes a good wig costs like $200-300. Y'all was getting on Taylor
You
for
do
that
not need a
wobbly
wig.
side wig she had last season.
You do not need a wig. Just straight do wibbity wabbity bam boom done.
So what you're
Again.
saying is you don't mind. It's not so much about the actual like the hairstyle. It's just the fact that you want her to have hair, and that's just that. Okay. Lorenzo just want them to have hair.
Go ahead, Cliff.
Yeah, I just got back. I had to step off. Tiff, you said it wasn't about looks at all, right?
I'm not saying, okay, clearly there's attraction, but hair is not. If the hair is the main thing for attraction, I think that's a fetish a little bit for me. For me. Like if you wanted to look if you like wanted to look straight, then go and date someone who has
Tiff,
straight hair coming out their
you have hair?
Yeah, yes, I have hair.
Hold on.
Can you prove it?
Tiff, I don't. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Tiff,
Actually, to be honest, I
Tiff,
feel like,
you
especially Black women, I'm saying, I feel like at least a Black woman, if a Black woman like decides to cut off their hair, that shows a lot of strength because so many people are judging them.
No.
How does it show strength?
Because so many people judge Black women
whatever.
on.
How? Yeah.
So many people judge Black women on a daily basis just for what their hair look like. And I feel like you wouldn't understand that unless you were like a woman of color or even a Black woman yourself.
Wait, Cliff, can I explain it to you? Because I feel like I get the men.
I think I could.
Go ahead, explain it.
I get the men's point of view and I get the women's point of view. As a Black woman, you have so much pressure to have long hair because let's keep it real, that's a beauty standard. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, that's what men like. And if that's what your husband likes and that's how he saw you looking, you should want to look attractive to your husband.
Exactly.
But I
agree with that.
It should be a discussion though.
But like I've been reading in the comments like, yo, you should love them for them, and that's all great, and I get that. And like I said, love and attraction is two different things. But my point is, I don't hear women saying that when a man don't have his income the way he used to be. Let's say he was up.
Come on,
go down.
Cliff.
I don't hear them saying, "Oh, I love him for him."
Come on, Cliff.
He's a burden and things of that nature.
That's true. People always.
If I was to go broke now, would you love me?
The narrative to make it what they want it to be is just bias.
Well, does she have to get it back?
Like me personally, like of course, like I've dated women with short hair. I had some of them go and make their hair longer. You know what I'm saying? And that's understandable.
Cliff, you deserve a medal.
Like me personally, I don't like slim women with no curve. You could be slim, but you gotta have curve. If you don't have no curve, that's not for me. Everybody have their preference. And my thing with Woody, if Woody's telling her, I'm not trying to see you with a bald head. Me personally, I wouldn't have wanted all that back talking coming at me, talking about who are you?
Whoa, wait.
I know what I said. Back talk.
What do you mean you wouldn't want all that back talk? You were not her
I don't want to hear that. It's not about that. It's not about that. Don't tell me who am I when I'm your husband. That's
facts.
That's the point you meant. Like her words was, "Who are you?" I'm your husband. I don't want to hear all that.
Preaching, man.
So if he, when I said earlier, if he goes and he alters his body a certain way that she doesn't like, I don't know what, like women don't like short. A lot of women, they throw shots at short men.
But you can't control your height.
People, they're not.
You can't control your height.
What I'm trying to say is they have a.
Yes, you can. You can cut your legs.
You know, they can.
Get off his live, yo. So I feel as though let's just do this, right? I think that you what you say?
Like that's my thing.
I agree. I think that when you do anything, like Tiff was saying that you want to be attractive for your husband. So that you want to be attractive for your husband. That you want to be attractive for your husband. So if you like long hair, then and you met him with long hair, then you should have long. I mean, not you should have long hair, but you want to keep up that standard for him. It's just like when women gain weight, we feel like we're unattractive because we're not used to being that way. So we do things about that to fix it. So if we're not attracted to something, of course, our spouse may or may not be attracted. I just think that we, as women, we don't need permission to do anything. But do we want to be attracted for our husbands? Absolutely. So if you want, that's why the first thing we do is say, "Oh, you like my hair?" when we get it done. So if you don't think that you should take that in consideration, that's the problem. It's not so much of the act of doing it. I think it's just take it in consideration. Yes, I'm not gonna. My husband, how you feel about me cutting my hair? I don't really think you should do it. But don't be mad if you cut your hair and he's not attracted to it. That's just that.
Yeah, I feel like it's a double-edged sword, right? Like the way I think I think she was kind of like, okay, but you can't tell me what to do with my hair. I agree with Woody when he was backtracking, like, yeah, it should be a conversation of, I want to cut my hair. Okay, why do you want to cut your hair? And then talk about it. But at the end of the day, if she decides to cut her hair, what will he do? He gonna spank her? Like,
yes, he should. He should. He should spank.
Boy, ain't nobody cutting no hair. I mean, ain't nobody spanking nobody.
But it's like the same thing.
No, you said it. Ain't nobody cutting no hair.
If he gets like a nose ring or like a piercing or whatever, I think it's like the same thing. Like, if a guy gets a piercing and doesn't tell her, then, you might feel some type of way. But at the end of the day, what you gonna do? Take it out? Goodbye. Like, they're gonna make the decisions that they want to make about their own body. Perhaps there should be a conversation about it, but the final decision is the person who's going to get it done.
Oh, Franny Fresh, why is this conversation so triggering?
Because
okay,
because what the thing is, with what you don't understand is that, like I think, like Charlie Brown said, our hair is very sensitive, especially coming from African American women. On the topics of our hair and how it's supposed to be and how it's supposed to look. So this conversation is going to be triggering, which is why we're still having this conveation right now. When we
do you know if it's triggering, then I'll leave it alone.
But that's the point. So it's kind of like, no, unless it's just like for black men, right? When black men have dreads and they go into to get a certain job.
I don't have dreads.
Listen, it's not.
But I don't have dreads.
We're not talking.
Can you speak on something that I have?
No, because you want to talk about women in their hair. Let's talk about it. When men go,
I don't have dreads,
and they have black. I'm muting you now.
Oh, come on.
No, because you kept talking over me. So, when men with dreads go into different places, they automatically assume, oh, he's a thug. Oh, he's this, that, and the other. So you would the same way people perceive that is the same way that women are perceived with their hair. So if our hair is natural, if our hair is not straight, if our hair isn't a certain lift,
that's
we
not the conversation, Chloe.
No, listen, no, we having this conversation.
We talking about bald.
Hair,
we talking about bald head and different hairstyles are two different things.
But this is what I'm telling you. It's all the same thing. If you're saying that cutting your hair off bald is going to make her unattractive, let's not have the conversation about hair if we're not going to have the whole conversation about hair. Because at the end of the day,
No,
it's
we can
triggering
have the whole
and it's rooted.
conversation, but that's
No,
not what
he asked,
Homeboy said.
he asked Franny why it's triggering. It's triggering because it's a sensitive subject that people, you know, are been offended by. There's been kids in school who had their hair cut because of stuff like that. So for you to say, "Oh, you cut your hair off," that's gonna make you unattractive. That's insane. Yes, you should take in consideration how that person feels as your spouse, but to say that my hair makes me is crazy.
Agreed. I agree.
Your
Do you know
look
what?
alter
Do you
when
know what?
you do
Let's.
different things to yourself. If you eat and you gain weight, you're not going to look the same. And whoever you're with, you're gonna, whether you lose it or gain it, they might or might not be attracted to you. That is facts. If I have long braids, if I cut my hair, put my hair in the Caesar, my shorties might not like it. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. You understand what I'm saying? But that's a chance that she'll be like, I ain't meet you with that. It don't fit you right. Everything doesn't fit everybody right. Like, what's the comedian now got a bald head? To me, it don't fit her.
So let me ask you a question.
Amber Rose, it fit Amber Rose, but it. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question,
I
right?
don't hear you.
So since we on this whole physical appearance, what about the women who have babies, right? And they gain weight. And their husbands be like, "Oh, I'm not attracted to her anymore." Do you think that's right?
Yep.
Why do you think that's right? When a woman
right?
just,
I won't say I won't. Listen, what I'm saying. Me personally, if my kid's mother was on here, she would tell you. Listen, what I'm saying. To eat, some men aren't attracted to heavier set women. I like my women thicker. So for me personally, I'm gonna be all over you. If my kid's mother was on this line, she would tell you after she had my kid, she couldn't keep me off of her. You understand what I'm saying? But I can't knock a man that like his women slim.
But
if you know going into that,
you're gonna
have to work out.
Control that. You can't control like to a certain amount of weight you gain.
No. Don't use the baby as a scapegoat. Yes, you gain weight as.
Don't snap back like this.
Listen, no. You can work out. You can work out. Listen. If you can work out, you can't say that people can't work out. You can work out. You can get on a diet. If that's what you want to do, people choose not to. America is lazy.
I had a C-section. I couldn't even drive my own car when I got out the hospital. And then I had a newborn baby.
And you healed.
And then I had a newborn baby.
And it took you time to heal. And it took you time to heal. I'm not saying
I didn't have time to go out and work out.
I get that.
So then what?
Chloe, I'm not saying you need to. I'm not saying you should have been working out ASAP. But to say that, okay, like you had your child ain't a baby no more, right? So let's say if Al wanted you skinny, or if that's how he met you, super skinny, you could work out if you wanted to. You might not want to, but you could now. I'm not talking about right after you have the baby and is that and the third. It's certain things about your body you can control. Like we can't control being black. We can't control being black. This is what God gave us.
You can go
fat,
get your
skinny, and all that other stuff.
You can cut your hair. You can grow your hair. You can wear a wig. You can do all that. So hair should not even be that much of a big deal. That's all I'm saying. We're going to move off this topic of hair, y'all. What's the next subject we want to talk about with these couples? Because we'll be here all night if we keep talking about hair. Let's go.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Let's move on. What we want to talk about with the couples?
Are you ready?
I want to talk about Henry a little bit.
All right, let's talk about Henry.
I like Henry. I used to like Henry, but I just feel like he needs to be properly
Wait. Stop. How can you say I like Henry and then I used to like Henry in the same sentence?
Yeah, I had to correct myself because I used to like Henry. And I feel like he may be a nice guy, but I feel like maybe all these female friends that he has is making him think that he's more attractive. Let me not even say attractive, making him think that he's, out of Christina's league, like too good for Christina, as if they don't have things to both work on.
Yeah, I'm team Christina. Well,
you team
I'm
Christina?
not really team Christina. I'm neutral with these two, but
I'm
just
too.
saying.
Nah,
I'm
not even close.
I'm just trying to warn the people. Don't be looking down on people who are homeless.
Right. I'm not neutral. I'm more on Henry's side because I feel
I
like
don't think
Henry
she's
has
her
every
mother
reason.
wouldn't let her be homeless. They too
Yeah,
close.
but I feel like
No. I'm just saying it as a statement because there's a lot of people who are laughing at her situation, but they're not understanding
I
the
get what you're saying,
seriousness of
and
being
they don't know what
homeless.
tomorrow
No,
brings.
homelessness is very serious, but we laughing at her because she was in there turning her nose down at Henry and she don't have it. You can't do that's like making fun of somebody and saying, "Oh, you got a 1998 Honda Civic and they catching the bus." Like what? At least I'm driving.
But you know what?
I don't
In a
know.
way, is a little bit hypocritical because people talk about celebrities all the time, and you don't have as much as them. Most people.
That's celebrities.
There's
They
memes
don't
and everything else about that they people. Yes, no, they do count. That's the problem. They do count. They're human beings.
Well, we know that.
I don't know. I
Oh,
feel
you
like
just biased.
Henry's just nasty. I feel like he may be like a
How?
disguise.
I
He
agree.
might be a little bit of a like a douche in
You're a
disguise,
jerk.
mostly because like
How can
at
you
least with
prove that?
Yep.
yeah, I mean
Can you
with
give me an example?
Christina, yeah, I'll give you an example.
His
Christina, at least,
disposition.
she says
Okay, you talk.
everything. She says everything that she feels out loud, and I agree with Cliff. Like some people don't like that, but at least she's being real. Whereas Henry, he'll just like sit there quietly and judge you, and then talk all his crap to the producers. So it's like, why didn't he ask these
But
questions to
Facts.
Christina in her face instead of going and
The same
gossiping
way
with
he
his
did
friends or
Brett.
whatever, and then coming back the next day like, I don't even know where she lives, or like, he's probably not going to bring up the living situation until 2 weeks later because he talked like everything with Henry's on delay. Is there connection?
You got a good point.
do you know what that was a
Point.
good
He did the same thing to
analogy?
Brett.
You said
Yeah,
what?
that was a bit feminine.
I said he did the same nonsense when it came to Brett. He
Yeah.
talked about Brett, but he didn't say it to Brett.
Maybe he's just a punk. Maybe it's not the fact that he's fake. He's just a punk.
I feel like he says everything he wants to his female friends, and
But
then
he's
he
used
also
to
says
hanging around girls, and a lot of girls are
exactly.
like that too, catty and talk behind each other back and stuff like that. It makes sense.
Exactly.
It makes sense.
It's not masculine at all. It's not masculine. And I mean, maybe Christina is trying. She's creating this connection, and Henry won't even like man up and be a man, but he wants to be sitting there crossing his legs, looking at her, whistling.
Tiff, I'm gonna have to pull. I'm gonna have to pull on this. I don't think he's that feminine compared to what's his name, to Miles, because he does have male friends, but the narrative with him in particular with this season, they're trying to portray him as this type of person. You understand? With this show, we can't take everything 100%. You also have to use your own thought process. Yes, he is a bit bitchy. You understand? He's a bit indirect, especially when he's talking about Brett behind him. Either not talk about him or say it to his face. I agree with my CDO brother on that part, but I don't think it's exactly like that. I don't think he's feminine like Miles. Miles is feminine. I like him. He's a good dude. But he's weak as hell.
I don't know. I feel for Miles, right? I feel that Miles is emotional, but at least like he over communicates. Whereas
weak.
Henry doesn't communicate, and he's very gossipy. Maybe there's a feminine characteristic, maybe they're not, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like Henry's not going to show his true colors until next week when we see what all he's doing. And that doesn't mean that I feel like Henry is more weak than Miles because Miles is at least being vulnerable. Like Henry is just another version
Charlie Brownwick, come back on.
He's not committing. Henry has not committed to the experiment, and I think he's quite honestly he might just be there for free rent too. I don't know what his situation is.
Everybody want free rent. I want free rent too. I just want to throw that out there.
I get what you're saying. I absolutely get what you're saying, but We're gonna have to see with
Kimberly
them.
said Miles is not feminine or weak. I don't know.
Do you know? Let me explain to her why
First of all,
Miles
let
is
me say this.
feminine.
I don't think being feminine makes you weak. Let's take them two out the
What?
same,
What?
same thing.
Agreed.
Because I'm a woman
I want
and
a
I'm
woman to
feminine,
be
but
feminine.
I am not weak. So let's take feminine and weak out the same sentence like
No.
they the same thing.
Why are you not taking this into Neverland?
No, you just said he's feminine. We're
I
equating
want my
feminine with weak.
woman's.
They're not the same thing.
No, I want my women to be feminine, but I
Yeah,
don't
but they
want
don't
men
got
to be
nothing to do with
feminine.
being weak.
For a man to be feminine equals weak.
No.
Miles is feminine. I like him as a person, but he is feminine, and he is a weak
Feminine and
person.
weak are not the same thing.
Let me give you the example. The first one,
For a man, is what you're trying to
10
tell you,
monogamous relationships. A man who gets
For
into
a
10
man, it's different,
monogamous
Chloe.
relationship is somebody that is looking for acceptance. He is clingy. He has feminine traits.
Feminine
Why
trait,
is he
but
weak?
that doesn't make him weak.
Why is he weak? Why? I'll give you an example why he's weak. He doesn't have his own character. He's like a blank piece of paper. Everything that Karen says, there's no pushback. He doesn't have no Jacobs in him. That's probably why.
All right, Lorenzo,
He needs more Lorenzo.
Give everybody else a chance to talk. Who's next?
Get me?
Uh-huh.
I get Lorenzo's point. He doesn't have pushback. He's a yes man. Most women don't like that for whatever reason. And the only time he have a pushback is when it comes to sex. That was the only time.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So with him, it's like he's tried too hard. It's like he's trying, but the more he try, the more she dislike it. I feel. Now I'm not saying
that's basically what she said. She said that she wants him to, show his real self so she can figure out if she really likes him or not.
This is his real self. That's the only thing. I know guys that's like this. This is really who he is. You know what I'm saying? He's the type who's accommodating, who wants to appease. He's a giver, like the pastor said. He's a giver. That's who he is. I don't think she's getting a fake him. I just don't think she appreciates who he is.
Good point.
She's the type of woman I feel chases the quote unquote bad boy.
No,
that's my opinion.
I disagree with you, my brother. I don't think she chases the bad boys.
Go ahead. Wait, hold on.
Hold
on, Charlie. What you was about to say?
Oh, I was gonna say the alpha male, not necessarily the bad boy. You can be an alpha male, but not be
exactly
a bad boy.
Exactly what I was gonna say.
Touche.
Cliff.
Go ahead, Cliff. Please
continue.
Continue.
I mean, I can see, right, how people are like, I think they're two separate things. Again, I would agree. Maybe he's emotional, yeah, and typically people attribute being emotional to being feminine. And in some areas, we could say he was weak if he was like, oh yeah, if Karen doesn't feel like having sex, I guess I'm gonna be abstinent. But he's like, I'm gonna get that one day. It might not be today, but he gonna get it. So
right.
So he still has those tendencies. I think he just wants to make her comfortable. But I do agree that, I agree with Karen where she's saying that, who really is Miles? Because he's being too agreeable and he's not really asking for anything. You can be a giver and still have your needs. And if he says that he sometimes needs something, you don't want to throw her off 6 weeks into experiment and now all of a sudden you're mad about something because you didn't bring it up or you're feeling unsatisfied, like the same way Keith was a couple seasons ago because he wasn't speaking about what he needed. And so, I feel with Karen, he's just being, a stand-up guy, but that's not to say that Miles isn't nice. Miles can be nice, but what does Miles want from her?
Right. He doesn't even know.
Tiff, I wanted to ask you a question. Your accent's very unique. Where are you from?
I'm French. I'm American.
French?
Yeah.
When French?
No, like French descent, but I'm American. I'm African.
Oh, so you're not French at all?
She's American and African.
Oh, African. Wait, which part in Africa?
Central and West Africa. But, mostly
Any
American.
country in particular?
A couple countries in particular, the mixes go. But that's not important. That's not important.
It's not.
No. No, this is important to me because it gives me a better insight.
You wanted, like we was the FBI. So what you saying?
Now,
right.
He just Albert.
I kind of want to know too, but I'm Nigerian. People are gonna be like, "Oh, Nigerians love saying they're Nigerian."
Right? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So, Madam Tiff,
where you from? Acquiring minds want to know. We all want to know where you from.
We can say I'm from New York, and that does a lot of things.
Where are your parents from?
We don't.
Oh boy, but we're not doing this. All right, let's do the next couple.
Yeah. What's her name? Miss Doe's daughter wanted to talk about Olivia and Brett.
Okay, you want to join in, or y'all anybody else want to join in, or we just gonna keep what we got going on? All right.
Danelle Taylor asks Lorenzo, where are you from? If you come on, I'll tell you. Yeah, go ahead, Chloe.
Right. Olivia and Brett, y'all. What we got to say about them?
Olivia fake too. Olivia fake, Henry fake.
Tiff, I agree with you for the first time, but not on Brett. Not on Brett. Brett is the truth.
I think Olivia's fake. No, I'm not gonna say she's fake. I think she's rude. I think she's a snob.
Wait, Lorenzo, do you think what's his name? Brett is like a beta male, alpha male, or a sigma male? Because I think he's beta to me.
No, I think Brett is on another league, just like me. We are people who are in our own leagues. Pardon?
You did you say I was not being for real?
Wait, I can't hear you properly. Can you repeat that, please?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Brett has shown his insecurities on a number of occasions. So how is that alpha male?
Oh, good point.
How?
Good point.
What insecurities?
He showed he was insecure about how much he gets paid. He showed he was insecure about being rated as 7. He was insecure about getting cheated on, and that's why he dated like 100 women in a year.
That is true. It sounds like
how is that insecure?
What do you mean? He's insecure. You can tell he has a lot of insecurities. This is why he went out and cheated. What? This is why like she said, he went on a dating spree because his feelings was hurt. The same way when she said he was a 7, he was over there ready to have a whole beef fit like last time when we on the last live that we had to watch a replay on the app because y'all didn't understand it. And then when he went when he found out she made that much money and he doesn't want to go well, you could tell he's insecure about the money she makes. That's obvious.
You're wrong. Hold on. The money, you're wrong. And you just said he wasn't trying to improve himself. You're wrong on that too. Because Olivia made the statement.
But I think he's insecure about it.
Yeah, he's insecure.
Olivia made a statement that he was going to school to upgrade in his field.
Okay, think he wasn't okay, so Miss Dio says she thinks that he was insulted, not insecure.
Yes, I think, and I agree with that comment.
Do you know, guys?
I think
I want to say something.
You can't tell.
To me, it's a bit funny for somebody to be looking down on another individual who owns property when that individual doesn't own property. That's just a bit funny to me.
That's true.
Like, I don't know how people can how people themselves can justify that to themselves. Look down on somebody who owns property when they have nothing.
And she's
wait. Deborah said, "How does Brad date so much if he doesn't have no money?" Inquiring minds want to know.
He never said he didn't have money, but he's very.
If you want to know, go date him, and then you'll find out.
hold on, Kobe. One thing you always say on this channel is that people are who they are because of their upbringing.
Right. This is
He
true.
made a statement earlier in the season that there wasn't enough money because I believe it was 5 of them for them to go on vacation and things of that nature. So being that he didn't grow up doing that, going on vacation and things like that is not a big thing. And I'm sure he's more tight on money because they wasn't able to do the crazy or great things maybe like Olivia grew up. I don't know if she no actually she didn't grow up with a lot, I believe. But he
But
wasn't
that's
able
the
to do all that.
difference.
So that would make him more tight with money. Like he's
I don't
worried
think
about
anything's wrong with that.
But the difference,
no,
right?
but you're confused. But you're confusing that with him being jealous or insecure of her money. No, he just know how hard times are,
No, he's
so he don't
insecure.
want to go backwards.
Hold
No,
on.
there's a difference.
Let Tiff explain her
Go ahead, Tiff.
why she
No problem.
thinks he's insecure.
He's insecure, right? Because it's about communication, right? And that's I think one, Brett was lying when he says he communicates a lot. He does not. That was a lie. Because like when you look at, we're right, he does own property, and if he was not insecure and being over emotional during that moment, he would have been able to tell Olivia, hey, I may not make a lot of money, but I make smart decisions and I have a house. So, I can be that stability for you. Whereas you're just like, rather than spending a lot of money, at least, he knows what to do with it. And that's the same way that Miles was able to say, hey, I might be young, but, I'm an administrator. But he wasn't able to because he was insecure about how much money he makes. And he was insecure about Olivia making more money with him. Like if he was level headed, he would have pulled out that card, that Joker card, that king, and been like, I have a house, like I have property, I am an actual man, regardless of how much money that I do make. Even if you make more than me, like we can work together and we can figure this out. But he wasn't looking for solutions. He was just like, oh, she's not talking about, like, yes, she makes 2.5 more than me. Like I don't make as much as her, and she lives in a nice place, this and the other. So he's clearly insecure.
Disagree with you.
I agree with both of you guys.
I disagree with you, Tiff.
I'm gonna say I can see both of your sides. I can see Cliff's side and I can see Tiff's side. But will we really ever really know? No, because
my thing.
Yes, we will. We already know. We already see it.
Hold on 1 second. If he would have came at her with I got this, that, and the third by saving, that would have came off as petty and as throwing shots and trying to hurt her. So then we would have complained about that. What he said when they were sitting down together is basically you don't do the proper things with your money. You don't know how to save and everything else, and you have debt. And he's willing to, like he said, I have no problem with helping you with your debt, but he was like, you want to save, but you don't want to save. Like she contradicts herself when she talks, and I think because he makes less, they paint the narrative that he's intimidated by her money. No, he just don't. He can't afford to do the things she does, and what she does is putting her in a bad predicament. Because if she's asking him to help her figure out how to get out of debt and things of that nature, then that means she shouldn't be taking trips and this, that, and the third as much as she do.
Right.
He think, like, to me, that whole conversation was about sacrifice. He said, I sacrifice. He don't look at her as the type that sacrifice. Now, if they come together and put their finances together, I think that'd be great. She makes the money. He's great with money. I see why they was put together. They just don't see it.
It's
good
also
point,
like,
Cliff.
It's been 10 days or 11 days at that point. Like they're not necessarily thinking, oh, we're going to put our finances completely together, because they don't have to like share like they don't have to buy an apartment.
But they're married though. You have to think of these things. You have to think about children. You have to think about longevity. They fast track everything. When you go on Married at First Sight, you're fast tracking it. You're married. You got 8 weeks to make a decision if you're going to stay together. So when we having these real conversations, we got to know what type of how our income going to be, what's your account, our account, the house account, and everything else. You got to figure this out.
Wait, this is why I don't like the way they changed Married at First Sight. Because remember when originally they used to have to go through each other's finances together? They used to have to figure out how they was going to pay their rent. They had to move in one of the other's house. They really had forced them to be
like
married. And the way that they're doing it now is they're setting them up for unsuccessful marriages because they're not giving them the real married people problems. So if they can revert back to where they used to be like, okay, this is your finances. We're going to give y'all this amount of money for the month and y'all make everything else work. Then we'll be able to get a real authentic, marriage when it comes to finances. But at this point, we're not going to get that. So you are saying, yeah, they need to think about that longevity, but they're not thinking about that because they're not forced to. So they're not going to see that.
But then it's on the producer. Hold on, the producers tell them everything else to talk about. They could push that on them.
But they did that because they
I do agree with them being in a mutual home starting off compared to how season 1 was, and you move into somebody else's house. I think they should be in a mutual spot just to see how it works, so nobody will feel like they got the one up on the other. But as far as that talk and conversation about money and things like that, they have to production have to push that.
I think they should go back to the old way because this way is causing a lot more problems than I think it did the first time around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the same thing is that the communication just wasn't good. I agree with Pastor Cal there when he's saying that, because at the end of the day, had they been listening to each other, they would have seen that, the issues that Brett is getting the idea from Olivia that she's very high maintenance and she wants everything to be like upscale and she's just like wasting her money. But Olivia can explain, these are things that I like to do. Where can we meet in the middle? And he can say, okay, we can't do all of this, but we can do some. And the other stuff, we can stay at home and I can cook and we can do like do it yourself type of stuff.
The only funny thing is that Olivia's not about that.
One thing, the only problem with Olivia is she wants him to do what she wants.
That's it.
Like there's no adjusting. Like she wants to be able to be with her friends all the time, and he fits in it. She wants him to fit in. She does not want to compromise. She never comes off as she wants to compromise. That's the one thing I could agree with Franny, but she said in her comment, she wants just somebody to tag along.
Yep, she want to play date.
Anytime she doesn't get her way, she cries. I noticed that too. Y'all talk about Mike with the using his family and being adopted. She used his. Every time she don't get her way, she tears up. I have sisters. I know the game.
So do I. I cry all the time when I don't get my way. Oh well.
My sisters is like that. I have sisters like that. I get it.
None of them are willing to compromise. At the end of the day, they just want to, Brett wants to keep living his life and Olivia wants to keep living her life. But that's not how marriage works. Like, that's never going to work. You so,
being that she makes the most money, do you think, because she said she didn't want to flip the bill, do you think that she should?
See, for me, I think that if it
okay,
personally,
that says a lot.
Right.
If he makes, I wouldn't want to be in her situation. However, if I was, I would at least want to see that, okay, he's actively trying to, not just handle his money well, but make more money. But in the event that I was making more than him, I'm not gonna pay for everything. Like, we can.
Why not?
We can meet somewhere. Huh?
But that's the problem.
Why would you not pay for everything? Exactly. You are the main breadwinner. Why would you not pay for everything?
I said that they need to meet halfway. Like, she could buy the trip and he could pay for the dinner when they get
I believe you should pay.
I agree. I mean, at the end of the day,
you pay for the trip and the dinner.
No, not. But because there are still some roles that have to be.
She's the main breadwinner, so she can shave everything she wants.
Stop. No, but also, to be honest, it just comes to how they agree. Because if Brett is like, okay, I'm gonna pay sometimes. I don't think Brett, in this idea where the man makes less than the woman, it's a different kind of world. So the guy doesn't have to pay every single time. And if you're in a relationship, it should be more like give and take. So sometimes he'll pay, sometimes she'll pay. However, I don't think that she should pay for everything, because sometimes he can come, sometimes he can't. He wants to keep up with her, then he needs to keep up.
That's very selfish. That sounds extremely selfish.
It is what it is.
Lorenzo is making, because this is kind of similar to the beauty standard thing. Like, a lot of the women couldn't get why Woody was so on it. And then Lorenzo, you can't get why the money thing is such a big issue to men. I mean, to women.
No. I agree with money. If you are the main breadwinner, you control the narrative. If you are not the main breadwinner,
yeah, but
shut the hell up.
The issue
no, that's not true.
And
no, that's my mind state. That's my mind state.
That's how people end up in these abusive and controlling relationships.
No. There's nothing abusive.
Money, I'm supposed to sit around.
No, Chloe, there's nothing abusive about me providing and protecting for my wife and family. If I am the main breadwinner, you better make sure I don't hate you. You better.
You gonna make the bread? Who gonna cook the bread?
Right,
she will cook it.
Not how a marriage
That's her
works.
job. She should be an expert in the kitchen.
That's not how a marriage works.
Yes, it does.
I don't think that. I mean, just because you're the husband doesn't mean that what you say goes. That's not how that works.
No. What I say does go.
No,
I'm not into all these. I'm not into all these equalities. Yes, it is. It's a traditional marriage. I'm not into traditional.
No,
yes, it is.
What
if I'm the main breadwinner, if I'm clothing you, I'm housing you, I'm clothing you, you should be on your best behavior. I shouldn't have to hear anything out of your mouth. What were you going to say, Charlie?
But Lorenzo, you don't think there's strength in femininity?
Can you repeat that, please, madam?
You don't think there's strength in femininity?
No, I love femininity, but I don't like fake femininity masked in masculinity.
Okay,
I like females. I don't like Mikas.
Oh Lord.
At the end of the day, it's not even masculinity. It's just having strength. At the end of the day.
No, that is not strength. If I'm the main breadwinner.
Tiffy, Mika was very masculine. Like, let's keep it real. She was a very. I'm not saying that because
she herself expressed herself as being an alpha female.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Nothing wrong with that. Period.
What the hell is a masculine, manly man like myself doing with an alpha female?
It doesn't.
That is a disaster.
It's a clash. If Mika should have been set up with someone he was kind of feminine, but that's besides the point.
Oh Lord.
Most men that are more masculine don't find someone that is also very masculine attractive because it's clash.
Right, but you can be an alpha female and still be very feminine. I mean,
that's an oxymoron.
No, you cannot.
Just because
that
you
is a contrary.
Like,
how can you be alpha female and be feminine?
You can be a dominant
ladies.
That's just like saying you can't run a company because you're a woman.
Wait.
You are a boss. You're an alpha female. You SHIT. And at the same time, I'm going to do all of that in these pumps, and you're going to take it all just like that. I'm going to be feminine, and I'm going to be an alpha. Period. What you talking about?
Chloe, I agree with the part. Chloe, I agree with the part where a woman could run a company. Then make that your life mission. Run a company. Do not worry about marriage, nothing, kids. Run a company.
BS. That is
do that for the rest of your life.
That sounds crazy. Do you hear
what
you said?
No, it doesn't. That sounds logical.
That sounds crazy. There are very
everybody on the comment chat.
Who own businesses.
Everybody on the comments agree with me.
Are submissive to their husbands the way that it's supposed
to be.
Not in the sense of what you're saying. Not in the sense of what you're saying. But there's not. Listen. I don't understand why you feel like a woman, just in order for her to be masculine, in order for her to be feminine, she has to bow down to a man. That's stupid.
Agreed. No, like, example, Beyonce.
If I am the main British, the majority of women right now are not Beyonce. You don't have Beyonce's looks. You don't have Beyonce's money.
Even if
you understand,
her husband is Jay-Z though.
If I am the main breadwinner, you will do as I say. You don't get out my house.
Boy,
Lorenzo.
Every time you say stuff like that, I'm gonna just keep calling you a boy because that's what comes to my mind.
Yes, sir.
Lorenzo. This is where I disagree, right? It's not about who makes the most money.
Wait, is this CDO on CDO crime?
Yeah. Go ahead, Cliff, give it to him.
If I believe a man should be the head of household.
This is true.
No matter who's making it more. Because if you was married to Oprah, she has more money than you. Doesn't mean
I'll never be married to Oprah. Household.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, no matter what, being that you're the man, you should be head of household. So I don't think it should be about the money. You get what I'm saying? Whether you up top, whether you make more than your wife or less than your wife, you should be head of household, and she should be submissive to you because that's your mate, and you should respect her because that's your mate. And I think
remember my CDO brother, what you're saying is ideologically what should be, but we are living in the day of times that we are not hunter-gatherers. We are living in the day of time of the dollar. You understand? We are living in the day of the dollar. If you don't have that dollar as a man, you will be treated like trash.
Whoa, hold on. I think that we're going through this conversation like all kind of in hypotheticals, but there's like a clear example right in front of us. Like Bennett and Amelia, they're working well. Bennett don't make no kind of money, and Amelia finna be a doctor. So tell me how Sway, how they the best couple? It's not an issue.
Bennett is a player.
Player what? With his little skinny body.
You ain't never seen no pimps. He's that typical New Orleans pimp, but the white version.
Just because he wear a purple suit don't make him a pimp, all right? That means he ain't got no black suit. Back at the end of the day, it works.
I know a pimp when I see a pimp.
It works.
No, it doesn't work. That only works for white people.
Yeah. Bennett's Hispanic one. He's like ain't seen his daddy. Anyhow, that's besides the point because Bennett is not making no kind of money, and even Pastor Cal is more traditional. He's like, I don't know if this is gonna work, and Amelia's like, yes.
But you know the difference. Please use the right pronoun. Fake Pastor Cal.
Amelia won't make him feel less as a man though. Amelia is not gonna make him feel less because he doesn't make as much as her. That's not her personality. Oh, I got the TV on.
So what you're saying is, I totally agree.
You said something you said something interesting, but I had got knocked off. Hold on, let me just answer this, please, folks. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish.
Tiff, you said you wouldn't want to be in Olivia position with a man who makes less. Why is that?
That's besides the point because
no. Can you please answer the question, madam?
Y'all put CDL to the fire. Let's go.
No, it's not
everybody's cup of tea.
But why?
Can you please answer the question, madam?
I respect that it's not your cup of tea. I'm wondering why.
Because personally, that would be a deal breaker for me. If you're not at least like on like about the hustle. It's not about how much you make, it's about the hustle. If you're not hustling like I'm hustling, then go find another girl because I'm not the one. But for Olivia, she didn't express that. And if you're not going to be upfront and honest about your deal breakers from the beginning, then, she's going to have to take the plate that she's given and figure out what she could eat off of it. Because, she can't just sit there and judge him for not having money and then act like she's all sweet and not. Don't let the voice fool you. She's not sweet. She's fake.
But Lorenzo said something. Lorenzo said something great earlier.
Hold on, real quick. Her deal breaker was the cat. That was her deal breaker. So if the finances wasn't the deal breaker, then she should not be sitting there acting like she expected him to make as much money as she did.
Do you know what? I agree with Chloe for the first time.
Because it makes sense. Her deal breaker was the cat. He came with the cat. Did he or did he not come with the cat? He came with what she said he had to have. Period. So who was it that wrote that if she's complaining about something that wasn't even her deal breaker. She's making that the biggest thing in the whole marriage. Instead of if him not having money was going to be it, she should have said, listen, if y'all can't match it with a man that makes this much money, then don't find me no match, because it's not going to work, and that's just that. That's not what she said. She said, if he don't like cats or he don't got cats, I don't want him. So they got her a guy who got some daggone cats, and she still don't want him.
Do you know what, Chloe, can I make a response to Charlene Ngala? She said something about cooking in the kitchen is unpaid labor. If your man is the main provider, then for me, if I have a wife, I'm the main provider in that household. And if you don't know how to work the kitchen, look after the house and that, yo. First of all, he's not even going to get to the stage where I will marry you and you can't do those certain duties. You are getting left behind.
But that's the
But
type
yeah,
of,
let's move on.
That would be the type of woman you're looking for. Like everyone, like they said, everyone has their deal breaker. So if that's your deal breaker, that's your deal breaker. That is what it is. So let's get back to these couples. You guys, it's almost 10 o'clock. I can't do past 10 o'clock. So
okay, we'll do 11 o'clock.
No, I can't do past 10 o'clock. You didn't hear me?
11:30, 10:30.
No. Listen, I'm gonna come back tomorrow. That's gonna be our subscriber takeover. Y'all can talk about whatever. We can talk about relationship. We can talk about Married at First Sight. We can talk about
Season
other TV
10.
shows. We can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Different TV shows, other TV shows, other stuff, whatever. It doesn't even matter. It's no leeway. It's just like this setup, but not about Married at First Sight, unless that's what y'all want to talk about, which I hope that's not all y'all want to talk about. But any last thing anybody want to say before I get ready to close this out?
Black Panther died.
Oh yes, I was so sad, and he had cancer. And the thing is that no one knew it. I was like, because at first I was praying to God when I saw like, what did he die from? And I was praying that it wasn't anything like drug related and stuff like that. So I was very happy that it was not happy, but I was glad that it was a natural, something that we consider natural causes instead of like him losing his life instantly for no reason. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure he probably knew it was coming. And he had a successful career, beautiful family. So he got his awards while he was here, and I guess that's how it's supposed to go. But I was very sad about that too. Let me add them back in. You guys got something to say?
Franny Fresh, do you want to come on?
Yeah, that whole thing with Chadwick was horrible. My father just beat stage 3 cancer, colon cancer.
Jesus.
And my grandfather passed from it years ago. So I gotta be careful with it. So to hear that he died from stage 3 was like, damn. And to be only 43, I feel for his family.
It's sad. It's sad, but to know that he fought till he couldn't fight no more, and he didn't let it stop him from accomplishing his life goals. I think that's amazing. That's going to empower so many other people to know that you can still do amazing, powerful things, no matter if you're sick or not. And you can't let it hold you back, because he did it. He definitely did it. If he didn't show us anything else, he showed us that you can fight through anything that may be trying to tear you down. So
that's a great point. And one thing about him, even though it's a movie, he had black people proud to be black.
Yes.
When before Black Panther came out, people was excited, hype. I'd be in the street and a stranger would come up like, "You going to see that Black Panther, right?" Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like that'll be the first thing come out their mouth, and our people was out there. What's up,
Cliff?
Yeah,
I got something funny to tell you. Of course, my accent reveals that I'm not from the same place that where you are from. But it was really funny to me how, especially all these internet memes going on in the black media, as we call it, with all this ADOS thing. And a lot of them were trying to latch onto the Black Panther movie, even though it's a mythological, it's a fake story. But wait, a few moments ago, you were bashing Africa and the Caribbeans, and now you are loving the culture. Now I'm talking about the so-called ADOS.
Society.
ADOS.
Oh, I was about to say,
ADOS and all those people who have that mind frame. No, there was a lot of African Americans, sorry, Black Americans, as you like to refer to yourselves, that were on that. 1 second, they were bashing Africans and Caribbeans. America do for themselves, Black Americans do for themselves. And then when Black Panther came out, everybody was like, yo, I was like, wait, what's going on? 1 second ago, you were hating Africans. Why are you loving African culture now?
Even though
Lorenzo.
Sometimes we're put against each other, but in that moment when the movie came out or was on its way, forget when it came out, it brought folks together.
They did.
You'll be having conversations with people you probably would never talk to. So, and I just think what he did was amazing.
It was.
And you know, and I feel, and you know, and like I didn't know he was married and had kids.
Yeah.
I didn't like his character particularly, even though I was more.
Hold on, Lorenzo.
You know, Killmonger.
A lot of people. I heard a lot of people say that.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I feel like Black Panther was definitely a very good movie, but like his whole like I don't know what you call it, like videography, like all the roles that he's done, were very, very influential. Yes. I don't know. I feel like man needs like a documentary or something at this point. I want to know more.
I'm sure he probably was in the middle of, or if documenting not everything, because he knew what was going on with him. So I'm sure they got something in the works. You know, they always pull something out the bag a couple of years later. So, well, the way things going now, they pulled out the bag 3 months later. So we don't know. But I'm pretty sure something's gonna come out soon. But if not, just to look back on his work and his influence that he had on African American people, Africans, people of just Black people as a whole. I should say, it was a big impact, a very big impact. So I just think that if they're going to do something for him, and I'll be here for it.
Right. Also, I just probably, let me not even say it, but I think that there's a little bit of truth.
You might as well say it. Say it.
There's a little bit of truth to what Lorenzo's saying. I'm not going to say it again.
Of course, there's truth to what I say.
Okay, wait. I agree. But we're not about to have a conversation tonight. Yeah. We can have this conversation tomorrow when we talk about whatever y'all want to talk about.
Wait, let her finish.
Listen, Lorenzo, I agree with y'all, and I know where this conversation is going, and I know that we can go on.
I don't know where this conversation is going. I just want to hear us finish.
I don't want to be up here for a whole nother hour. It's already
been
3 hours.
She's just going to say it quickly.
You say what you want to say,
I'm not going to agree with you too much. I'm going to just say that it's a good movie, and definitely there should be more analysis and more like talks about it. People like just going beyond, this is a good movie, but like also, you know, bringing in ways to improve it and bringing in like things for the sequel. If there will be a sequel, I don't know if there will now.
It was supposed to be, but I don't know now.
But
you agreed with me, and it will forever be on YouTube.
Oh Lord! But I'm gonna get ready to close this out, you guys. I really, really appreciate you all joining in. Please do not
Chloe,
forget to like the video. Do not forget to subscribe if you are not subscribed.
Oh, you gotta wait 2 minutes. You can't leave yet. We gotta hit the 3 hour mark. You can't just.
We gotta hit the exact 3 hour mark.
We gotta hit the 3 hour mark.
So listen,
get that content.
It's 3 hours officially.
No, it's 2:58. It's 2 hours 58 and 28 seconds. I'm looking at it right in the corner.
What'd that say?
Your phone.
2 hours 58, 39 seconds.
All right. So listen, I really appreciate you all joining in for me, joining in with me. I appreciate you joining in the chat.
And start reading the replies.
To my channel.
That's another thing. Read the replies. Stop trying to talk over us. Start reading the replies too.
If I read the replies, then we won't have time to do this.
I don't care. I be wanting my replies read.
Well, then you come up here and read your replies.
No.
Do you know what? I need another 10 minutes to explain CDL.
The show is called The Comment Read. It's a comment.
Okay, look. I'm listen, you guys. I'm removing you.
I know.
All right, you guys. I really appreciate you all for dropping in.
Chloe, I need another 10 minutes to explain CDL.
I'll see you guys tomorrow, God willing, I'll set a reminder.
I need another 5 minutes to explain CDL.
No, not tonight. We could do it tomorrow. Peace, you guys.